statement.
यहाँ पे अभी पुलिस की जांच अभी हो रही है। जैसे पुलिस की जांच आएगी हम लोग को भी पता चलेगा। हम लोग यहाँ कोई लड़ाई झगड़े के लिए तैयार होकर नहीं बैठता है कि क्या हुआ क्या नहीं। जो सबसे पहले इसी जगह जहाँ आप खड़े हैं यहीं से गार्ड को घसीट के ले जाकर वहां मारा गया। गार्ड को इतना चोट लगा है कि अभी वो कुछ बताने की स्थिति में नहीं है। जैसे हम लोग के पास आएगा एग्जैक्ट चीजें बताने लगेंगे। हम लोग को भी आइडिया नहीं रहता क्योंकि विद्यार्थी का एरिया है। यहाँ कई बार ऐसा होते रहता है, कभी क्रिकेट हुआ तो हो हंगामा होते रहता है। तो शुरुआती कुछ दौर में ऐसा लगा था कि शायद कोई क्रिकेट हो रहा है, लेकिन जब पता चलने लगा कि लड़ाई झगड़ा हो रहा है तो मेन बच्चे को बचाने के लिए गार्ड था रात की ड्यूटी। और चूंकि 10 बजे था तो उस समय ज्यादातर लोग की ड्यूटी ऑफ हो जाती है, तो ज्यादातर लोग अभी हम नहीं बता सकते हैं, लेकिन स्थिति वो आई उस समय रात में इमरजेंसी में हम लोग को पीएमसीएच एडमिट कराना पड़ा था। अभी देखते हैं स्थिति कैसी होती है, लेकिन सबसे पहली प्राथमिकता उस गार्ड की जान के लिए। अब पता नहीं वो गार्ड को मारा क्या, कौन निशाना था, वो तो गार्ड सामने मिल गया, लेकिन निशाना कुछ भी हो सकता था यहाँ पे, लेकिन बहुत बेरहमी से मारा गया। आप लोग अगर गार्ड की स्थिति देखिएगा तो आप लोग खुद दंग रहेंगे। देखिए हम लोग की कोशिश यही रहती है कि गरीब से गरीब बच्चे को पढ़ाया जाए, जब तक अंतिम पीढ़ी तक को हम लोग को शिक्षा पहुंचाएंगे। तो इसमें कुछ लोग बाधा बनते हैं और हमें प्रशासन से पूरा भरोसा है।
कुछ लोगों के द्वारा, स्टूडेंट लोगों के द्वारा यहाँ पर मारपीट की घटना की गई है और जो इनके द्वारा द्वार बनाया गया था उसको वहाँ किया गया है। अभी फुटेज आइडेंटिफाई किया जा रहा है। इसके गार्ड है उनको भी काफ़ी चोटें लगी। अभी वो इलाजरत है, बयान दर्ज करके एफआईआर किया जा रहा है, लोगों को आइडेंटिफाई किया जाएगा और जो लोग इससे सम्मिलित हैं उन पर कड़ी कार्रवाई।
प्रथम दृष्टया मामला क्या लग रहा है?
अभी देखने से ये लग रहा है कि आपस में जो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट का राइवलरी का मामला है, परंतु अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है। जैसे लोग आते हैं और सबसे मिले
गोली चलने की भी सूचना मिली है।
इसमें लोग जांच कर रहे हैं। अभी कैमरा फुटेज वगैरह है ही यहाँ पे और काफ़ी संख्या में लोग भी यहाँ थे, तो लोगों का बयान भी लिया जाएगा, वो सब करेगा।
Breaking news coming in, viewers. We're staying with the story from Patna. Upon receiving information, a police team promptly reached the scene after questioning local residents and reviewing CCTV footage from nearby cameras. It was found that 15 to 20 people associated with Gyan Bindu Coaching Institute Patna were involved in the stone pelting and vandalism. Now, the focus is to review the CCTV footage. Raids and further legal action are being carried out to arrest those who are involved in the incident. This is what the police is saying. So we are putting out all these latest information for you on your screen. The people from another coaching center were involved in that incident which had taken place at Khan Sir's Coaching Institute. And the cops are saying that the action is being taken to arrest the accused. That is going on right now. So raids and further legal action are being carried out to arrest all those who are involved in this incident. So back-to-back updates coming in here, viewers of Republic TV. Let's tell you exactly what is happening so far. Also, the police are saying that the review of CCTV footage did not confirm any firing. This is the important part. The review of the CCTV footage did not confirm any firing. Raids are going on. Legal action is being taken to arrest whoever is involved in this incident. The police team reached the scene. Right now, we understand that a lot of security has also been deployed around as students are staging a protest right outside the coaching center. A lot of students have gathered outside the coaching center, which is run by the educator Khan Sir. A day after the firing incident was reported near the premises. At present, a large police force has been deployed, as well as security measures are being taken around the institute. A security guard was also injured in that incident. Let's move ahead, viewers, to some of the other stories coming in. Breaking news coming in. RBI's crucial monetary policy committee meeting begins today, and rupee, inflation, energy prices and growth are going to be the focus. Crucial decisions on rate revision is going to happen on Friday. All eyes on RBI's inflation growth forecast. Central Bank had last hiked repo rate in 2023. RBI commentary on Iran to be closely watched, viewers. All eyes on RBI's inflation growth forecast. So back-to-back updates coming in here on Republic TV, viewers. And we will try to go across to my colleague Pranav in a short while from now to really understand what would be the focus. But we do know that rupee, inflation, energy prices and growth is going to be the focus. All right, let's go straight across to my colleague. All eyes on RBI's inflation and growth forecast. Pranav, over to you. What can we expect next?
Well, it's an important meeting that comes at a time when we are facing tremendous global turmoil. The oil prices have already put rupee under pressure, exports under pressure. And markets are also witnessing, some kind of pressure, and inflationary pressures are in place because of the oil price rises. The RBI definitely will be considering all these factors. More importantly, what is likely to be considered is, what will be watched out for very closely is whether the RBI maintains the repo rate. Just to take back our viewers, the last time the RBI actually increased the repo rate was in December 2023. Now, the last RBI MPC, in fact, reduced it, and it's at 5.25 right now. Given that inflation is likely to rise because of oil pressures, it will be very, very closely watched as to what the RBI stance is and what the rate revision is.
All right, well, thank you, Pranav, for getting us all those details. We're getting some more breaking news coming in. Let's go ahead. On being asked about the waiver on Russian oil, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the underlying policy remains on the sanctions. These are time-limited extensions that ultimately is a decision that is made by Treasury, but it depends on the circumstances at the time. We would like to end it as soon as we possibly can because the underlying policy of this country has been to sanction their oil. Now, these are time-limited waivers for the purpose of opening up more global supply. Okay, so we're getting these updates coming in. US maintains pressure on Russian energy exports as usual.
The Russian waivers were a decision. These are the policy, the underlying policy remains on the sanctions. What has changed is these time-limited extensions to sort of try to alleviate the global. Right. The problem we're facing too is there's a contagion potential, and that is that at some point we can do strategic reserves, we can do some of the other things that we've done to sort of alleviate global supply, but at some point you have to ensure. And this is not so much for us. At the end of the day, our economy is not in need of it, but there are other economies around the world that have benefited from this. So these are time-limited extensions that ultimately at some point will expire.
We've certainly benefited China and Russia's economy.
Well, China doesn't. I mean, China refines oil. They import a lot, but they refine oil, and
but they also benefit from Russian oil. But my question for you is, can you commit not to extend the general license again when it expires on June 17th?
Well, that ultimately is a decision that's made by Treasury, but I will tell you it depends on the circumstances at the time. We would like to end it as soon as we possibly can because the underlying policy of this country has been to sanction their oil. These are time-limited waivers for the purpose of opening up more global supply.
Much coming up, viewers. A protest erupted after shots fired outside the coaching institute of educator Khansa, resulting in head injuries sustained by a security guard. Viewers, will get you all those updates and what the investigation is leading to. Stay tuned. We are live and breaking.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it, I want to ask them, why are they quiet about this? Why are they quiet? In the silence of the BJP leaders, is there a tacit support to this person? Is there a feeling that anyone who wears or puts a, proclaims that he is from a so-called Hindu organization, that he will be allowed to get away with absolutely everything, including an act of rape? Is there a feeling that this man, do right-wingers feel, this man, this accused rapist is one of our own? So hence, regardless of what happens, one of our own should never be accused. It's like all those people, those radical Islamists, who say that as long as the act of murder or crime of terrorism is carried out by a Muslim, it must be defended. This very thought, ladies and gentlemen, is completely unacceptable. And we need to make the point more strongly because it's not the first time this has happened. This happened in the case of Bilkis Bano. When in Gujarat, the rapists of Bilkis Bano came out, they were greeted with tikas and sweets. And it was happening openly. This was an act of defiance. A manner of saying, so what? It is a Hindu who carried out the act of rape, and hence we will celebrate him, we will forgive the person. Ladies and gentlemen, we are nobody to forgive, and the last thing we should do is celebrate rapists. This was a shameful moment then, this is a shameful moment now. Sengar was another shameful moment when some people said, oh, Sengar is from the BJP, and hence he can be seen smiling after carrying out the act of rape, and people would celebrate him and say, no, our leader can do no wrong.
Viewers, much coming up on the side. We'll keep our focus on the big story. DK Shivakumar to take over as Karnataka's next Chief Minister in Lok Bhavan after Siddaramaiah stepped down as Chief Minister. Stay tuned.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा से MDH का जल जीरा जीरा से
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार, विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और बरसात, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing, with the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions
A very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta, and the top focus story for today is the shooting which happened outside Khan Sir's Institute in Patna. Now, there's allegations that he's blaming on the coaching institute that runs alongside, and because they feel that Khan Sir's coaching institute is a threat for them. But there are lots of updates in the story because protests are also happening as we speak, and a lot more that we have to share with you. But first up, let's have a look at the top headlines of the hour. Iran's IRGC claims it attacked US 5th Fleet headquarters. And US strikes Kashim Island in response to the recent attacks by Iran. A firing incident was reported outside Khan Sir Institute. Khan Sir alleges that rival coaching institute operators were behind this incident. Now protests are happening outside the institute. PK Shiv Kumar to take oath as Karnataka's next Chief Minister in Lok Bhavan after Siddaramaiah stepped down as Chief Minister. The timing of swearing-in ceremony is 4 p.m. And after Annamalai submitted his resignation, state BJP chief Nayanar Nagendra has been summoned to Delhi for meeting. Amid open rebellion in TMC, West Bengal Minister Tapas Roy claims TMC heading towards a split similar to the ones witnessed in Maharashtra. And AIMPLB opposes the national song that is Vande Mataram in West Bengal schools and madrasas and seeks withdrawal of the order. CID intensifies probe into the toxic illicit liquor deaths in Pune, forms 10 special teams to trace the methanol supply chain. All right, viewers, let's go back to our top story. Big developments are happening. Now, protests are happening in Patna after shooting outside Khan Sir's Institute. Now, police say that people from another coaching center are involved in this entire matter. These are the fresh allegations, and cops say that action to arrest accused is underway in this case. Now, this is the latest visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, there are allegations of a firing which has been reported in this case outside Khan Sir's Institute residence. And reviewing CCTV footage from nearby cameras, it was found that 15 to 20 people associated with Gyan Bindu Coaching Institute, Patna, were involved in the stone pelting and vandalism. Now, review of CCTV footage did not confirm any firing. This is what the police is saying. Now, raids and further legal action are being carried out to arrest the accused involved in the incident. This comes from the office of the Superintendent of Police, SP Patna in this case. And the protests are happening after the shooting, and this is also the CCTV footage which has emerged in this entire case. And the guard has been injured. He has been admitted. The treatment is ongoing in this case, but a famous personality known for his videos and for teaching and for affordable prices, and for which Khan Sir is famous. Now let's go to Prakash, who is joining us from Patna with all the latest details. Prakash has been tracking this story since the beginning. Coming to you, Prakash ji, what's the latest that you are fetching in this entire scene? The one side alleges that the other side of coaching, other coaching site is involved in this, the other coaching institute is involved in this.
Well, late last night there was reports of violence here at this particular area. This is a coaching area. There are multiple coaching institutes that flourishes here. One of them is Khan Global Studies as well as Gyan Bindu. Now, I will use the term, it's a gang war between two coaching mafias, and that is what I can term it as, because there's animosity between them pertaining to results in the Bihar police as well as various other examinations that takes place, and they, in order to take the credit for the success of the examinees who appear in the exam. Now, CCTV footage has surfaced in which there are visuals that there are two sides, they are pelting stones in this particular area. Now, we can see that large number of police personnel, both men and women, have been, constabulary have been deployed here to man the coaching institutional area. The main gates have been locked, and outside the gate there are thousands of students in support of Khan, because that's a business model of Khan, that he teaches his students on a very lower price, and that's how he's able to garner support. It is one of those business models which we understand and which the other coaching institutes does not like it, because post Corona, he developed a model of online coaching studies, and thereby he has attracted a lot of students. Now, the main focus of attention is the firing which took place or not. Yesterday, we got to know that Khan said that there was firing, multiple rounds of firing. Today morning, he said that there was no firing. Now, the police is investigating into the entire matter as to what has happened. One person has been detained. One of the owners of the coaching institute have been detained in this particular case. Meanwhile, police is investigating. There is absolute normalcy here in this coaching institutional area, and all the coaching institutes, as we can see, their shutters down. This is the entire coaching institutional area. Their shutters down, students have disappeared, and we believe that on some of these floors, the owner of Khan Global Studies, Mr. Khan, is sitting there and watching the entire episode, incident unfold. So, meanwhile, the police is investigating into the case. Back to you.
Also, Prakash, now earlier they claimed that the shooting happened, and the second statement that comes from Khan, sir, he backtracks, he retracts his statement. And also the police says they have taken action in this case. Now, stone pelting was also reported. If you can run us through the sequence of events that followed and the claims and counter claims by both the parties in this case, Prakash.
That's what I said. Yesterday, the incident took place at late last night at around 11:30, 11:45. And there were reports that there were firing that took place at this particular firing that took place at multiple, with multiple rounds in this particular area. आप यहीं रहते हैं? हैं? मीडिया से हैं? अच्छा, ये किससे हैं? आप कोचिंग चलाते हैं? क्या यहाँ गोली चली थी?
सर देखिए, ये कहानी जो है रात के ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि रात के 9:30 बजे के बाद की कहानी है। वैसे हमारी कोचिंग यहाँ पर पिछले 9 वर्षों से चल रही है। हम खान सर को भी जान रहे अच्छे से, ज्ञान बिंदु वाले सर को भी जान रहे, हर किसी को जान रहे। लेकिन कहानी अगर दिन की होती तब कुछ कहा जाता, समझ गए? तो रात के 9:30, 10 बजे की बात की कहानी है, जब हम लोग की ऑफिस से बंद हो गई थी और रात की कहानी आया। सुबह में हम लोग आए,
आपको जानकारी मिली होगी ना, आपका कैंपस है यहाँ, देख रहे हैं ऑफिस खोल कर।
बिल्कुल, कैंपस हमारी है। रात की घटना थी, सुबह में हम लोग आए, तब देख रहे सारे ऑफिस बंद ही है अभी लगभग। अगर यहाँ पे किसी को देखने को मिल रहा है तो केवल मीडिया वाले को देखने को मिल रहा है। न अब तक कोई बच्चा का अंदर एंट्री हुआ है, ना किसी लोकल आदमी से हम लोग मिल पाए। अगर हम लोग लगातार मिल पा रहे तो आप लोग जैसे मीडिया वाले से ही मिल पा रहे। तो अभी कुछ भी अपडेट क्या हम बता पाए। हाँ, जैसा कि बता रहे सर कि यहाँ पे क्या बोलते हैं, ईंटा पत्थर से भी पत्थरबाजी किया गया, CCTV आया। लेकिन इसमें दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी हो जाएगा, चूँकि इस कैंपस में एक नहीं कई सारे CCTV कैमरे।
हाँ, CCTV में क्या है, आप देखे हैं, अभी लगाए होंगे?
हमारे CCTV कैमरा बाहर में नहीं है, हमारे अंदर में CCTV कैमरा, जो हमारे शटर बंद थी, क्योंकि रात के 9:30 बजे की कहानी थी।
टीचर हैं
जी,
क्या पढ़ाते हैं?
इंग्लिश पढ़ाते हैं। ड्रीमर्स इंडिया इंग्लिश क्लासेस हमारी कोचिंग के नाम हुई। स्पोकन इंग्लिश और कॉम्पिटिटिव इंग्लिश हम पढ़ाते हैं।
आपको प्राइमे फसाई क्या लगता है यहाँ पे?
सर, कुछ भी अपडेट फाइनली नहीं बोला जा सकता है, क्योंकि रात की घटना अभी सुबह में हम लोग आए तो यही कहानी थी। अगर 24 घंटा का समय मिलता ना, जैसे आज का दिन।
खान साहब के समर्थक बहुत बाहर खड़े हैं।
सर, पढ़ाते हैं तो समर्थक तो रहेंगे ही। क्या मांग चलिए आप ही के ऊपर
है कि नेता है? कौन?
हम खान साहब। अब हम देखिए, नेता और टीचर की तो बात नहीं बता सकते हैं, लेकिन ये टीचर है, ये बात हमको पता है। हाँ,
सस्ता में पढ़ाते हैं।
हाँ, सस्ता में पढ़ाते हैं तो सारी इंडिया जानती है।
तो सस्ता में पढ़ाते हैं।
देखिए सर, अब अपनी एक मनोभावना है। हमको लगता है कि अगर हम 5000 फी रखते हैं तो हमसे 5 बच्चा पढ़ेगा, अगर हम 500 फी रखते हैं तो हमसे 1000 बच्चा पढ़ेगा, तो क्यों ना हम 1000 बच्चा रख करके और 500 से गुना कर दे, 3 जीरो उधर और 2 जीरो इधर बैठा दे।
ये बिजनेस मॉडल हो गया, ये सही बताया आप। अब यही हम जानना चाहते थे, बिजनेस मॉडल हो गया।
जो भी मतलब कि हम 1000, हम तो ये सोच के दे रहे हैं कि क्यों ना हम 1000 बच्चों को प्रोवाइड शिक्षा दे। क्वालिटी तो सबके सामने है, सब कोई चैनल पे देखते ही रहता है, चैनल पे देखते रहते, जो बच्चा यहाँ पर जाता है।
ये बताइए कि तो इसमें गोली चली कि नहीं? वाज खान साहब बोल रहे हैं कि गोली नहीं चली।
अब बताइए, रात में तो हम लोग थे भी नहीं, हम तो रात यहाँ पे 9 बजे ऑफिस हमारी, चूँकि 9 बजे क्लासेस चलती है।
आप जान नहीं रहे थे?
ना साहब, अब आज शाम तक ना हम लोग को भी कुछ अपडेट मिलेगा। 9 बजे हर दिन की घटना होती।
अब हम बात करेंगे यार।
ठीक है, कोई बात।
तो the coaching owners are skeptical and they are not willing to speak anything in this particular matter. Meanwhile, the shutters are down of all the coaching institute. The students are outside protesting because Khan Global Studies owner Khan has a lot of following here. And we'll wait and watch what kind of the investigation the police does, because there are claims and counterclaims from both the sides as to who are involved in the firing, if at all the firing happened or not, because in the first place, late last night, Khan had said that they were firing, but today we were told that he has backtracked from his statement that the firing did not take place. Meanwhile, police is investigating. His students are supporting him tooth and nail outside the campus. Back to you.
Yeah, definitely. Prakash, also the fact that should be highlighted that it is an education hub, that the place that you are standing there right now. It's a hub for all the coaching institutes, and there is cutthroat competition in this case. And Khan sir is a famous personality. Many educators who became famous during the time of Corona, and it is very challenging for other institutes to catch up. Is that one of the main points that is being raised while the entire scuffle, that entire fight which happened? We have to wait for the confirmation on the firing side. But yes, there is definitely animosity, enmity between all the parties which are involved. There's cutthroat competition, Prakash.
Well, that might be one of the cases. There are a lot of claims and counterclaims, and maybe Khan has always been in the controversy earlier as well. We had reported when when we had reported earlier on the television channel on the lack of infrastructure when the death of a student took place in Delhi and Bangalore. So in the coaching institutes, when we look at the infrastructure, the kind of money these people earn, and this is a business model one has to understand, because in today's era of social media, there are a lot of things which are flared up, inflated image that happens on the social media with the lack of knowledge. And as far as the quality of education, that is what I was talking to the other coaching owners as well. As far as the quality of education is concerned, that is also debatable. You attract students from the rural hinterland in large numbers on a lower price, and that is one business model one has to understand. And you'll also have to understand the fact that what kind of education you are providing. You are providing education for what? To clear the constabulary exams, and you attract lakhs and lakhs of students, and you can see there are a lot of, in any competitive exams, only 10% of those who appear are serious students, and 85% are non-serious students who flock from different parts of Bihar or elsewhere in different parts of the country also where the coaching institute flourishes. This is the model one has to understand. I understand the model very well. So every coaching honors are involved in this racket, and I call this a gang war between the coaching mafias, because we have seen how these coaching mafias use the students to stage dharnas, pradarsans against the government, and the student face the wrath of the policemen, the administration, they face lathis, and the coaching owners earn money, and Khan is no exception. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for all the latest details and all the updates in the story. Keep tracking. We'll come back to you as more details unfold. Thanks a lot, Prakash. Now let's move on to our other top story. Now, it's the story of Sai. 17-year-old Sai was shot at point-blank range while he stood against police. The family protested with the body yesterday, and the family spoke exclusively to Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami. Here, Sai's father demanded strictest of punishment for the culprits. The family has demanded that the culprits should be awarded capital punishment, while there were also reports that one of the culprits had claimed that he is grandson of Rambir Bidhuri, which Rambir Bidhuri has clearly denied. Questions were also raised that Rambir Bidhuri has once used the vehicle of one of the culprits during his political rally. Let's listen in.
आज आप सड़क पर थे अपने बेटे के शव के साथ, आपने क्या मांग रखी थी? आपको क्या कहना है आज हमारे जितने दर्शक हैं उनको?
सर मेरी एक ही मांग थी, मेरे को एक ही चीज़ कहना था, जो मेरे बेटे के साथ जो गलत हुआ है उसी के लिए इंसाफ चाहिए कि मेरे जो बेटे के साथ हो किसी के बेटे के साथ ना हो। और जैसे भी ये लड़के आतंकवादी है, खुले बोल दो कुछ भी करने के लिए तैयार हैं, इनको इनकाउंटर करना चाहिए या फांसी की सज़ा देनी चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे दिल्ली जैसे शहर में हमारे बच्चे सुरक्षित नहीं है। साउथ दिल्ली जैसे एरिया में कि बेचारा बच्चा गया चाप खाने फ्रेंड लोगों के साथ, वो कोई आके बेमतलब में उनको गोली मार दे रहे। सर ये तो बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आ रहा मेरे को। तो एक हफ्ते से सर मेरी कंडीशन बहुत ख़राब है, मैं कुछ नहीं क्या बोलूँ सर। मैं तो बस एक ही मांगे सर, इनकी फांसी दे या इनकाउंटर करे, बस इनका ऐसे लोगों का किस्सा ख़त्म कर दे ताकि आगे वो हो जाएगा कि और कोई ये चीज़ करने की सोचेगा नहीं।
सवाल यह है, जब हमने पूछा रामवीर बिदुरी को, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, रामवीर बिदुरी इज द बीजेपी मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, अब इनके एग्जैक्टली क्या कनेक्शन है विद द प्राइम अक्यूज्ड? योगिता भयाना, अनमोल पवार हमारे साथ है। आप बुरा ना माने, एक मिनट सुनील जी, भूपेंद्र जी, थोड़ा मुझे राजनीतिक सवाल भी इनको करना पड़ेगा। मैं आपको पॉलिटिकल कंट्रोवर्सी में नहीं खींच रहा, मगर सवाल मेरा यह है कि रामवीर बिदुरी कहते हैं मेरा यश बिदुरी के साथ कोई लेना देना नहीं है, मगर कई रिपोर्ट्स है कि ही इज हिज ग्रैंड नेफ्यू, यानी कि हिज ब्रदर्स ग्रैंडसन।
सर मेरे को
जी सुनील जी, आपको कुछ कहना है?
जी सर सर नहीं, मेरे को तो पता नहीं, बाकी सुनने में आ रहा है कि इन लोगों के पीछे बैकग्राउंड बहुत तगड़े तगड़े हैं, तभी ये खुलेआम वो कर रहे हैं। सर
मैं समझ गया। तो ये वीवीआईपी कल्चर बीजेपी ने कहा था खत्म करेगी, मगर ये तो दूसरे लेवल पे ले गए। रमन मलिक जी, आप सुन रहे हैं? अनमोल पवार, आर यू लिसनिंग हियर? जिस गाड़ी ये किलर की गाड़ी जो है, उसी किलर के गाड़ी में रामवीर बिदुरी's विजुअल्स आर देयर इन द पॉलिटिकल रैली। ये तो प्रूफ है ना कि लिंक तो है, कोई ना कोई लिंक तो है।
अर्नब जी,
मैं नहीं कह रहा कि रामवीर बिदुरी ने क्राइम की है, मगर कोई लिंक तो है, तो समझाए तो कैसे है?
अर्नब आपको एक चीज समझनी पड़ेगी, दिल्ली में खासकर गुजरों के अंदर एक अलग एक शिष्टाचार होता है, उसमें गांव देहात के भाई बंद को भाई चाचा बोला जाता है। उस हिसाब से हो सकता है कुछ हो, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा जब एमपी साहब ने ये करेक्टली लिख के दे दिया दिल्ली पुलिस को कि भाई मेरा रिश्ता नहीं है, आपने जो करना करो।
नहीं, उन्होंने बहुत केयरफुली लिखा है, he has said he is not my grandson। एक मिनट, he has said he is not my grandson। one minute, please wait। he has said, Anmol, that he is not my grandson, मगर कार नंबर DL6C मारुति जिप्सी Z007 जिसके साथ रामवीर बिदुरी ने कहा कि मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं है इस कार में स्टिकर है, मेरा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, उसी गाड़ी में रामवीर बिदुरी इंडिपेंडेंस डे लास्ट ईयर में पॉलिटिकल रैली कर रहे हैं। This you must ask your MP to explain। Anmol is picking up a picture। Anmol,
if you can show this in full frame।
I can't see it। Yeah, what is that?
This is a post by Yash Biduri। he is writing कि मैं अपने दादाजी के साथ हूँ। ये 2 मई का है। he is saying कि इन्होंने 24 अप्रैल को लिखा था। Here's another one which shows that he is a staunch BJP supporter, and the Delhi Chief Minister
the Delhi Chief Minister was showering petals on him, flowers and petals on him.
No, but now the question is he even is he even distantly related? Is he distantly related?
The reason why he'll not get arrested is this.
My question is, did the Delhi police try to cover up?
All right, viewers, now let's move on to another top story. Now, cash worth lakhs, possibly crores, but of no use now. That's the bizarre discovery at Kolkata's Surendranath College. During routine cleaning of the long-shut Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad Union Room, college staff reportedly found bags stuffed with 500 and 100 rupee notes, infested and eaten by termites. Now, the room, closed years ago on High Court orders due to absence of student union elections, was opened as per administrative directives. Inside the cupboard, along with TMC banners and posters, were bundles of rotten notes reduced to paper by insects, suggesting the money had been lying there for years. Now, this isn't the only such case surfacing in Bengal. In Bihar, visuals show TMC leaders and workers allegedly returning cut money collected from residents for housing benefits under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, reportedly to avoid public anger and legal action. With one discovery after another, trouble appears to be mounting for the TMC. More in this report.
Cash everywhere, but of no use anymore. A routine cleaning and maintenance work at Kolkata Surendranath College led to an uncanny discovery. Lakhs and crores of rupees infested and eaten by termites. Bags of cash now reduced to mere rotten papers. Claims are being made that cash amounting to lakhs or possibly even crores of rupees has been recovered from the Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad Union Room located within the college premises.
A huge amount of cash stacked in an almirah of Surendranath College's Union Room was found today, and the situation was as such that this huge amount of cash was piled up and it was completely infested with termites. So that cash has been kept inside those almirahs for years together probably now. Surendranath College, one of the most popular colleges in Kolkata, in fact, one of the colleges with a very popular law department, very important law department. That college, which was run, the student union was run by the TMCP, the Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad. In this college's union room, the union room which was used mostly by the TMCP leaders and members, in that union room there was an almirah in which a large amount of cash was stacked inside, and those cash was completely infested with termites, was recovered today. Now, question is, from where this huge amount of cash came, and who brought this cash, who stacked it inside, and what was the source of this money?
Inside the cupboard, alongside TMC banners and posters, were bags packed with 500 and 100 rupees notes fallen prey to termites, denotes that the money must be lying there for years. A significant portion of the banknotes has been completely destroyed by termites and insects. The matter came to light when the long-closed union room was opened in accordance with administrative directives. Reportedly, the college's union room had been shut down years ago on the orders of the High Court due to the absence of student union elections. But this was not an isolated incident. Unprecedented scenes were witnessed in Bengal's Bihar district, where TMC leaders and workers, to avoid public anger and possible legal action, have reportedly started returning money they had collected over the time as cut money or through extortion.
গ্রাম পঞ্চায়েতের 173 নম্বর বুথের যে সমস্ত কাটমানির টাকা আবাস যোজনার কাটমানির টাকা নিয়েছিল সেই সমস্ত কাটমানির টাকা আগামী 4 তারিখ পঞ্চায়েতের বাড়ি থেকে সকলকে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য অনুরোধ করা হচ্ছে।
The residents were extorted for housing benefits under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Earlier on Thursday, police in West Bengal recovered 2.24 crores rupees allegedly buried inside a jute field near the farmhouse of arrested TMC leader Dipankar Bhattacharya in North 24 Parganas. Arms, cartridges, and liquor were also reportedly seized, intensifying scrutiny around the case. After losing its years of stronghold in West Bengal, troubles seems to be mounting for TMC with every passing day.
All right, viewers, it's time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We have a lot more lined up. Coming up after the break, DK Shiv Kumar to take oath as Karnataka's next Chief Minister in Lok Bhavan after Siddaramaiah stepped down as Chief Minister. Coming up next, more details on that.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला।
इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा
मसाला।
All right, viewers, coming up next, DKS to be sworn in as the Chief Minister. Coming up next.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge in a case where the ex-judge and the
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Viewers, a very good morning. We are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. We're getting breaking news from West Bengal where the rebellion within the TMC is deepening further. A lot of action happening there. We'll get to all those details, but the headlines first. Let's get started. The top headlines. Iran's IRGC claims it attacked US 5th Fleet headquarters. US strikes Qasem Island in response to the recent attacks by Iran. A firing incident was reported outside Khansa Institute. Khansa alleged rival coaching institute operators were behind this incident. Now protests are happening outside the institute. DK Shivakumar to take oath as Karnataka's next CM in Lok Bhavan after Siddaramaiah stepped down as the CM. After Annamalai submitted his resignation, state BJP chief Nayanar Nagendran summoned to Delhi for a meeting. Amid open rebellion in the TMC, West Bengal Minister Tapas Roy claims TMC heading towards a split similar to the ones witnessed in Maharashtra. AIMPLB opposes compulsory Vande Mataram in West Bengal school, seeks withdrawal of order. CID intensifies probe into the toxic illicit liquor deaths in Pune, forms 10 special teams to trace the methanol supply chain. Alright viewers, let's go straight across to West Bengal. Rita Brato has arrived at the assembly with letters of support from 59 individuals. Sandeepan Saha also arrives. Big updates coming in here, viewers on Republic TV, and we told you yesterday what exactly has been happening in the TMC, where the rebellion has been getting bigger and bigger. I repeat, bigger and bigger. So we had told you that the TMC is heading for a split, very, very close to what happened in Maharashtra. Getting these pictures coming in from the Bengal Assembly. Live pictures coming in from the Bengal Assembly. What we see right now is that Rita Brato has arrived at the Assembly with letters of support from 59 individuals, and Sandeepan Saha has also arrived. Now, we also understand that this rebellion threatens to split the party, and even TMC's Mamata Banerjee took to the streets for the first time since losing power, protesting the BJP's campaign to demolish thousands of makeshift shops. So we are seeing multiple updates coming in here on Republic TV viewers. On one hand, we saw that Mamata Banerjee has been protesting yesterday against the BJP, but in her own party, we see there's a split which is coming out. It's very, very open split. They are rebel MLAs who want to create their own TMC, and they want to call themselves the Asli TMC. We'll try to go across to reporters in a short while from now. We're getting these live updates coming in from the Bengal Assembly, and there has been a lot of speculation that the TMC is splitting. I want to go straight across to my colleague who is joining us, Kishore, we understand that there were a couple of legislators who were expelled from the TMC, Rita Brato being one of them. He has arrived now at the assembly with letters of support from 59 individuals. What is happening there? Yes, Kishore.
सुन रहा हूँ कि अंदर कुछ हो रहा है, मेरा पर्सनल काम है, मैं अंदर जा रहा हूँ, जाने दीजिए, उसके बाद आने के टाइम बता दूंगा क्या हुआ।
रितु ब्रतो या फिर संदीपन दास से कोई बात हुई आपकी?
उन लोग तो मेरा कलीग थे, कुछ दिन पहले भी थे।
तो मैं तो छाड़ो ना।
हर वक्त बात चलता था, हो रहा है, लेकिन क्लियर कुछ बात नहीं हुआ।
दादा एक सवाल, यहाँ पे 52 लोगों से ज्यादा का सिग्नेचर होने से तभी तो हो सकता है ना?
अभी तो मैं बाहर से सुन रहा हूँ कि 59 लोग हो गया।
59 लोग हो गए?
सुन रहा हूँ। सिग्नेचर है कि नहीं दादा? आपने क्या?
आपने किया है?
आपने सिग्नेचर किया है?
आपने कर दिया?
जी जी जी।
तो ये मीटिंग कहाँ, वो गेटवे होटल में ही हुई थी क्या? कैसे हुआ ये?
नहीं, मेरे पर्सनल से।
दादा ये जो
विरोध मेनली अभिषेक के खिलाफ था क्या? मेनली विरोध जो है अभिषेक के?
नहीं, दल के खिलाफ नहीं है। हाँ, मेरा 5 साल गुजारना है विधानसभा के अंदर, वह एलओपी एक बलिष्ठ होना चाहिए। इसी रिगार्डिंग हमने सोचा कि चलो कि ऋतु ब्रतो जैसा कोई अगर विधायक अगर एलओपी बन जाए तो काम करने में सुविधा होगा।
एक सवाल।
Okay, we'll try to go to Kishore in a short while from now. Do we have Kishore? If we have Kishore, we'll go to him in a short while from now to really understand what exactly is happening. Kishore, let's come across to you. Now we understand that 2 legislators were expelled by the TMC, by Mamata Banerjee. But from what we understand, Rita Brato being one of them, they are coming to the assembly and they're coming with letters of support from 59 individuals. Sandipan Saha was also expelled from the TMC and he has also arrived. What is going on, Kishore?
Well, exactly. Rita Brato Banerjee has arrived, and along with him, we are getting to know that 59 MLAs are supporting him, and this is going to be a new party, whether it's the Trinamool Congress with a new leadership, and the symbol will be taken away from Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee and Mamata Banerjee is something that we have to see. But the big breaking news is they have support of about 59 plus 1, Rita Brato, 60 MLAs, and they just require 52 of them if they really want to break away TMC and make their own TMC and with the symbol as well. So if they want to take away the symbol, if they want to make their, if they want to declare that they are the real TMC, then they just require 52 out of 80 MLAs. But they right now, as we are getting to know from our sources, and also we saw one of the MLAs speaking up a while back saying that they have support of 60 of them, and he has himself signed as well. Sandipan Saha, a while back he entered, a while back Rita Brato entered. We also saw several other MLAs, including senior MLAs like Javed Khan is also in the assembly, and 60 MLAs including Arup Rai, Shomir Paja, Sandipan Saha, Akruk Zaman, and others are present in the assembly. Javed Khan, Gholam Rabbani, all of these TMC MLAs elected in the last election. TMC lost, but these people won their seats. Shurojit Mitro, Niyamat Sheikh, Priya Pal, all.
मेरा पर्सनल काम है अंदर में, काम करने दीजिए, बाहर निकलने वक्त मैं बता दूंगा।
कौन रहेंगे बैठक में, कौन रहेंगे?
अरे मेरा आगे के बैठक का बात नहीं कह रहा हूँ, मेरा पर्सनल काम है। मैं विधायक हूँ, मेरा काम नहीं हो सकता था। काम करने दीजिए, उसके बाद आकर के बता रहा हूँ अंदर क्या होगा नहीं होगा।
কিন্তু যে ঋতু ব্রত সন্দীপন তো বাকি বিধায়কদেরকে ডেকেছেন, অনেকেই তো এসছে, তাদেরকে দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যাঁ, আমিও আস্তে আস্তে দেখছিলাম আপনাদের মাধ্যমে, হ্যাঁ, যে ভিতরে অনেকেই এসেছেন। ঋতু ব্রত, সন্দীপন সাহা এরাও আছেন, তো এরা
দেখা করবেন।
এটা তো আমাদের সতীত্ব, দেখা না করার কি আছে? ভিতরে যার যার সাথে দেখা হবে, দেখা অবশ্যই হবে, সৌজন্য সাক্ষাৎ হবে।
আজকেই তার মানে সই সহ তোমরা জমা দিতে চলেছো?
এখন কিচ্ছু বলবো না, কিছুই বলবো না, আমাকে যেতে দিন।
যে আমরা বিরোধী দলনেতা নতুন করে স্থির করতে চাই, সন্দীপন এবং ঋতব্রত যা সিদ্ধান্ত নিচ্ছে আমরা সহমত পোষণ করে এগোবো।
সেইটা দেখুন, আমাদের মিটিংটা হোক, মিটিংটা না হলে কিছু বলতে পারবো না। দেখতে পারবেন, সংখ্যাটা দেখতে পারবেন। More than 2/3 meeting कौन बनाएंगे? मीटिंग में कौन बनाएंगे? More than 2/3 कौन बनाएंगे? আমরা মিটিংটা করি, মিটিংটা করার পরে মিটিং में कौन बनाएंगे? জানতে পারবেন। বিরোধী দলনেতা কে হবে? More than 2/3 এমএলএ রয়েছে। মিটিং में कौन बनाएंगे?
All right, let's go to Kishore. Kishore, we were discussing about what exactly is happening in the TMC. Yes, coming back to you right now, go ahead and take our viewers through what has happened, because let's tell our viewers as well that TMC has expelled 2 of its legislators, Sandipan Saha and Rita Brato Banerjee, from the primary membership of the party with immediate effect. And these are the 2 leaders who are leading the rebellion according to the sources that we are getting. Yes, go ahead, Kishore.
They're not just leading the rebellion, but they are breaking away the TMC. They are breaking up the TMC into 2 halves, and the majority of the TMC MLAs are with Rita Brato. This is a confirmed source which is telling us that Rita Brato Banerjee has support of 59 MLAs along with his own self, which is 60 in total. Sandipan Saha was speaking to us a while back. Just now we were playing that sound bite. He was saying a while back, he was also outside the assembly, entering the assembly, saying that he won't be speaking about what number of MLAs they are having right now, but they will be surely revealing that number in a while. Maybe they are entering the assembly and there will be a meeting of these 59-60 MLAs, and after which they will be writing a letter to the speaker saying that TMC, the logo of the TMC and the real TMC is with, I mean, they are the ones who are the real TMC along with the logo. apart from that, whether this will be a new Trinamool Congress new, or any other name will be given to this faction of the Trinamool Congress is something that we will have to see maybe by today evening or tomorrow morning. This will be clear most likely today evening, because the letters are going to go today evening, today afternoon. We are getting to know from our sources, and by today afternoon we would know whether actually 60 MLAs are supporting Ritobroto or not. But this is a very confirmed source telling us that inside the assembly 60 MLAs along with Ritobroto are present, who are going to write a letter to the speaker saying that they are the real Trinamool Congress and they deserve the logo of the Trinamool Congress as well, because they have the 2/3 majority. They just require 52 of the MLAs, but they have 60 now.
Kishila, we're putting out some numbers for our viewers. So it says their total TMC MLAs is around 80, and the numbers needed to claim the party symbol is 2/3 majority. Does the rebel group have the 2/3 majority according to what Republic is learning of? Kishila, hold on for a second there. I'm being joined by Mr. Amitava Roy, BJP State Vice President, West Bengal, joining us on the phone line. Thank you for joining us here, Mr. Roy. Mr. Roy, what exactly is happening within the TMC? But BJP has also made it very clear that even if anybody tries to leave the TMC, the BJP will not induct them. Yes, Mr. Roy.
Good morning, everybody. You have seen for the couple of days that TMC has been shattered. Our state president from the very beginning, before the elections, had told Mr. Samir Bhattacharya, state president, had told that TMC would lose this election, and within a month there will be no party. TMC will become a history in Bengal, and that is happening. We are seeing it because TMC does not have any ideology. TMC doesn't have any route map what to do in Bengal or West Bengal or India. It's only Didi Mamata Banerjee, what he says, what he does, it's a party. A single person cannot be an ideology for a party. A party should have an ideology. We have seen the TMC party for the last 15 years, it is acting as a club or an institution of taking cut money and making money machine. So, and the people who break up from the Congress to form the TMC, they were backbenchers now. And a new set of leaders has come with Abhishek Banerjee and an institution that is IPAC that is running the party. So the leaders had their grief inside them, but they couldn't speak. They are telling that we didn't have any scope to speak inside the party, inside the meeting. So they know what to do. We are only watching, keep and watch what they are doing, and let's see what's happened. And
Mr. Roy,
our Chief Minister, yes.
Yes, Mr. Roy, do you think the forged signature scandal has really hit the TMC? I mean, they already got drubbed in the West Bengal elections, and now the forged signature scandal has really rocked TMC, so much so that there's a rebellion apparently which is coming out.
You have seen, TMC means scam. TMC means scandal. Everywhere where the government of West Bengal is seeing, everywhere there is scam. So, a little see, there is signature, they are forging the signatures. They have become a habit of doing malpractice, illegal practices. This is the sentiment of Bengal, sentiment of the people of Bengal. They are tired of all this. So, this should be verified under the speaker or a team, and I think the government of West Bengal, the Chief Minister of West Bengal should look into the matter.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us there, Mr. Roy, from the West Bengal BJP. We will be getting our viewers all those updates which are coming in. So what we are tracking right now is that this is still the news coming in that Ritu Brato, the expelled TMC leader, and Shandipan, they have a support of around 55 to 59 leaders, and it's a possibility that they might be going ahead and claiming the party symbol because they need 2/3 majority to do that, to claim the party symbol. So TMC could be heading towards a split. It's a rebellion by its legislators that we are reporting on. By the way, right now, no official confirmation has come in, even when the press and the media asked Ritu Brato and Shandipan about what is happening. They have not really openly denied or confirmed. But according to sources, and according to our team in Republic Bangla, who is tracking the story very, very closely, we understand that over 50 MLAs could give letters to the speaker. We'll try to go across to Kishila in a short while from now. But it all started, of course, when Mamata Banerjee convened a important meeting, and many of the legislators did not turn up. Let's move ahead, viewers, to some of the other stories that we're tracking here on Republic TV. So we'll go to Tamil Nadu because there's a big U-turn which is coming on Annamalai's resignation. So we're getting some source-based information coming in that no resignation has been discussed yesterday. Annamalai was in the national capital and he was meeting the top brass of the BJP. So according to sources, BJP sources, central leadership has intervened to quell Annamalai's state unit feud, and Annamalai could be going ahead and perhaps not be putting down his papers. Okay, so big updates coming in. Let's go across to our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, is Annamalai staying back in the party? Because it looks like the state chief, the top brass in Delhi, could be discussing Annamalai's grievances.
Well, he might not know, he might not. We don't know his mind yet, Shivangi, but what we are getting to hear from party sources as to what transpired yesterday is that Annamalai came in. He came in day before yesterday. He spent the entire day yesterday in Delhi and is going to be in Delhi today also. Yesterday, he met party president Nitin Naveen. He also met General Secretary Organization BL Santosh, and along with him, as in Mr. Santosh, he went to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and that the meeting was very cordial. He has a long list of grievances, so what was being talked about as a 5-page resignation letter was more in the nature of a grudge list that he has against the state unit of the party. Of course, sources tell us that Annamalai means well for the party, and that his entire list of grievances is against essentially the way the state unit of the party is functioning, and that one of the points that Mr. Annamalai raised was why the BJP could not fill the void that was that got created with the fall of DMK, and how could PVK, which is just a party a couple of years old and actively in politics, just about 6 to 8 months old, and yet they could storm to power. So I think what Annamalai is doing is forcing an element of introspection. The central leadership has told him to calm down, to sort of, give the party an opportunity to address some of his grievances, for which the state president, Nayanar Nagendran, has been called to Delhi. He is going to be in Delhi today. It's likely that the two leaders might be made to sit across each other face to face and, sort out the issues between them. Remember, Annamalai is a former president of the Tamil Nadu unit of the BJP. He's someone who was sort of projected as the leader at whose doorstep the buck stopped. He was given all the backing by the center in terms of projecting him as the face of the party in the state. He even, before the general elections, led a grassroots yatra crisscrossing the state. So it did sort of translate into BJP gaining some traction, some buzz, and a very slight increase in vote share, but it stopped there. And in assembly elections, we have seen the party stands where it was before. So Annamalai believes that the game of alliances that the route of alliances that the party has taken is something which is detrimental to the long-term growth of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, and he believes very strongly that the anti-Dravidian politics space that's got created, the BJP should be grabbing it both the hands and go alone. So I think there are differences of opinion, there is difference of approach, but by and large it seems the central leadership of the BJP does not want to let go of Annamalai, and that's why I think they are indulging with him, I would say, given the fact that for all the posturing that Annamalai has done since elections in Tamil Nadu, he's not been asked to show the door. In fact, when he projected that he's going to be resigning, he has been called to Delhi. Every leader of consequence is meeting him, led by party president Nitin Nabeen, and of course the big one that he was given an audience with Union Home Minister Amit Shah. So I think in that sense, we still cannot call it quits so far as Annamalai's stint with the BJP is concerned. Remember, he's a very young leader, just 43 years old, former IPS, still energetic and go-getter in terms of his approach. So I think the party wants to retain him, not let go of him, and that's why another round of deliberations likely today at the party headquarters, Shivangi.
That's right. Abhishek, I really want you to stay on with us as senior executive editor, really decoding what is happening. Also, if you could explain to our viewers, Abhishek, that when did these grievances really start? We did notice that Annamalai kept a very low profile during the last assembly elections, when earlier he played a little bit more of an active role. So that's when I guess the buzz and speculation started about he might be distancing from the BJP.
Well, good that you asked. So the difference between the general elections and the state assembly elections was that in the general elections, Annamalai was given a free run, and that he was allowed to have a say in terms of whether the BJP should align with one or the other dispensations in Tamil Nadu as they exist they existed in the Dravidian frame of politics of Tamil Nadu with the DMK and the AIA-DMK, and so BJP contested on its own in general elections. But subsequently, the central leadership thought and came around to the view that maybe it's still not time is still not ripe for the BJP to go it alone, and so they aligned with the AIA-DMK, and that's where the difference of opinion and the divergence of approach began, and Annamalai took a back seat. It's not that he was shafted. It's not that he was made to feel that he's not wanted anymore. But then Annamalai was sort of sulking, and that sulk really post-elections galvanized into a position where we saw those selective, leaks to the media in Chennai that he was resigning, that he was carrying a 5-page resignation letter, that he would be setting up his own party, first sort of an NGO, and then gradually transform it into a political party, like, for example, the TVK has shaped up over the last couple of years.
That's right. Well, thank you, Abhishek, for getting us all those details. Okay, thank you, Abhishek Kapoor. That was our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, getting us the top details coming in. BJP sources saying that Annamalai's resignation was not discussed during the meet with the top brass, which happened yesterday. We're taking a short break right now. Do not go anywhere. We'll continue to be live and breaking here.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा से MDH का जल जीरा जीरा से
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets...
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
रानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, everyday.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is being dragged down and evidence is being destroyed before the judge's eyes. Is that normal? Why don't the judges raise a hue and cry about it? Why don't the appellate courts take up this case suo motu? So people don't start believing that when an ex-judge is concerned, the victim will never get justice. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the ex-judge carrying in her hand when she went down? Where is all the CCTV footage? Did the police collect it? Why did the ex-judge's son, Samarth Singh, escape after bringing the body of his wife to AIMS? Is it true that...
The top headlines today: Iran's IRGC claims it attacked US 5th Fleet headquarters. US strikes Qasem Island in response to the recent attacks by Iran. Firing incident was reported outside Cancer Institute. Cancer alleged rival coaching institute operators were behind this incident. DK Shiv Kumar to take oath as Karnataka's next Chief Minister in Lok Bhavan after Siddaramaiah stepped down as Chief Minister. After Annamalai submitted his resignation, State BJP Chief Nayanar Nagendra summoned to Delhi for meeting. Amid open rebellion in TMC, West Bengal Minister Tapas Roy claims TMC heading towards a split similar to the ones witnessed in Maharashtra. AIM-PLB opposes compulsory Vande Mataram in West Bengal schools, seeks withdrawal of the order. CID intensifies probe into the toxic illicit liquor deaths in Pune, forms 10 special team to trace the methanol supply chain. Viewers, we begin this bulletin with a big focus story. Priyank Kharge likely to be the Home Minister of Karnataka in the new cabinet. Plus, it will be the IT/BT Minister as well. Dual portfolio for Priyank Kharge. Portfolio have not been decided yet, but these are the reports that we are getting so far. Then these are coming after preliminary discussions that took place last night. Further sources also indicate that G. Parameshwara will be named the Deputy Chief Minister in the DKS Shivakumar's cabinet in the new oath taking that will be taking place today. And meanwhile, DKS is set to proceed to Vidhana Sauda after taking oath as the Chief Minister to chair the first cabinet meeting with the newly inducted ministers in his cabinet. Key decisions likely to be taken in the maiden cabinet meeting today, and DK Shivakumar to address a press conference after the cabinet meeting. The latest that we are fetching from the new cabinet, the new government in Karnataka. I'm now joined by my colleague Abhishek for more details in the story. Abhishek, is it a confirmed story now that Priyank Kharge will be handling a dual portfolio and also portfolio distributions has been happened so far?
Amrita, with respect to the political motto of the Congress party, they follow a principle of one person, one post so long. Only difference was DK Shivakumar, when he was the Deputy Chief Minister, he was also the KPCC President. But will this be allowed even now is a point of question which has to be obviously answered by the AICC at this point of time. And, however, we have been informed that there are high chances of Priyank Kharge taking over the state as the Home Minister along with being the IT/BT Minister. So this confirmation will have to come from AICC once again, because DK Shivakumar on a clear note had mentioned that the revelation will be done anytime between 11 and 12 in the noon today. But at this point of time, the list hasn't reached out to the Lok Bhavan yet as to who will be taking the swearing in this as the ministers of Karnataka. On the other hand, we've also got confirmations from Ramlinga Reddy, MP Patil, Sharan Prakash Patil, Ishwar Khandre, and just a couple more stating that they have received the call from CM DK Shivakumar himself, the swearing in CM DK Shivakumar himself, to be a part of his cabinet. On the other hand, we are also foreseeing that there might be some of the changes in the last moment which might not be known to the media, which might only be known to the internal source of the Congress party. Because speaking about a stalwart leader in the Congress party, Satish Jarkiholi, who was the PWD minister, who was the aspirant of KPCC presidentship, hasn't received a call until now. And also, we are expecting that there might be some changes in the last month, because there were rumors that Ishwar Khandre's name was out of the ministerial list. However, he has confirmed that he has received a call from DK Shivakumar. There might be some of the changes which might happen even before the swearing-in ceremony, or even after the swearing-in ceremony, since the portfolios aren't allotted at this point of time. After the swearing-in ceremony of the DK Shivakumar as the Chief Minister and a group of ministers, maybe 10 to 12 other ministers will be taking in the charge of minister, after which they will be heading towards Vidhana Sauda to conduct their first cabinet meeting today. And there are chances of allocating some of the major portfolios as decided by Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar and AICC, and this may be conveyed to the public in the next couple of days. Back to you, Amrita.
Right, thank you for all of those details, Abhishek, and we'll get back to you very shortly. And now, viewers, we move on to another major story now happening in the TMC breakup in West Bengal. Rita Brata now arrives at the assembly with latest support from 59 individuals. Also alongside him, Sandipan Saha also arrives at the West Bengal assembly with the breakup imminent of the TMC, and 50 plus individuals now trying to claim that they are the real TMC, and now Ritabrata has the support of 59 people. Along with him, Sandipan Saha also arrives at West Bengal Assembly, and this is a big breakup with the TMC after a tragic loss in the elections, and also a big faction brewing within the TMC itself. Now, Ritabrata is, along with the support letter of 59 TMC individuals, alongside him, Sandipan Saha has arrived at the West Bengal Assembly, likely to submit the letter to the West Bengal Speaker. This is as the TMC faction and the TMC split up is now imminent and starting to materialize, with the support of 59 individuals staking claim, also trying to stake claim of the Trinamool flower, party of the twin flower, party symbol as well, with 50 plus individuals, members of the TMC, now supporting with Sandipan Saha and Ritabrata. The latest in the Trinamool breakup story that we have so far. Ritabrata, along with I'm now joined by Kishle on the phone line, who has more details in this story. Kishle, now we are seeing that 50 individuals, TMC individuals, support the breakup now. Now Ritabrata also has the support later, scheduled to meet with the West Bengal Assembly Speaker as well. Give us more details, because this is a big story that we're getting, and 50 plus individuals could also stake the claim of the party symbol, which is on the cards as of now.
Well, exactly. I am live from the newsroom, Bangla newsroom, giving you the latest updates. And this is the latest update. Ritobrata Banerjee, along with 59 of the Trinamool Congress MLAs who are supporting him, and Sandipan Saha, are right now, as we speak, present inside the West Bengal Assembly. This is what the latest update is. Trinamool Congress is going in the path of Shiv Sena, breaking into two halves, breaking into two factions, and the majority of that half, majority of that faction is with Ritobrata Banerjee, who has been expelled from the Trinamool Congress. We know Ritobrata Banerjee and Sandipan Saha were expelled in the signature forgery case, where they were expelled because they spoke up against the forging of signature by Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee. On the other hand, after they were expelled, Ritobrata Banerjee and Sandipan Saha have now garnered support of about 59 MLAs who are present inside the assembly, writing a letter to the speaker. They will be submitting that letter in a while, and probably claiming that majority of the Trinamool Congress MLAs are supporting them, and in that way they might be claiming the Trinamool Congress's logo, or otherwise they will be also, that there could be a possibility that they will be declaring a new party in West Bengal. So we have to see what happens.
Right, and also there is another big part that's on the cards, which is claiming the flower symbol of the Trinamool party. That means that there will be two clear faction obviously coming in as what's developing now, and also the 50 plus MLAs, 50 plus individuals will be claiming that they are the real TMC and will be claiming the party symbol as well. How will that pan about after the meeting with the Assembly Speaker today?
We know that about at 12 p.m. they are going to meet the speaker.
They are going to meet the speaker, and that is just a few minutes from now. It's to 11:38 now. They'll be submitting a letter to the speaker. We know that they'll be submitting a letter, and there'll be signature of about 60 MLAs. They require only 52 with them to claim the TMC logo, and they can claim that they are the real TMC. Ritobrata Banerjee is the leader of the opposition. Ritobrata Banerjee is the one who is leading the TMC in the assembly, and they are the ones who are having the TMC right over the TMC logo, after which they might be declaring that they are the real TMC party, maybe expelling Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee. I don't know what they will be doing. On the other hand, there is also a possibility that they will be forming a new party maybe something in line with the Trinamool Congress name, but adding real or new or original something to it, so that people know that this is the party, this is the faction which has most of the majority of the support of the MLAs. Now, what will happen to Mamta Banerjee, what will happen to Abhishek Banerjee is something that we have to see, because they are not enjoying the majority support. Only a minority of 16-17 MLAs are supporting Mamta Banerjee and Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee. Probably they will be losing both TMC logo and their rule over the party in a few hours or a few minutes from now.
And also, Kishle, could you tell us if any response from Mamata's side at this point? Because she might have also spoken to some of those individuals. Yesterday, we also know she held a meeting where not many turned up. And could she have written a similar letter to the Assembly Speaker as well?
Well, Abhishek Banerjee, he is the General Secretary of Trinamool Congress. Bhaipo is himself the General Secretary. He wrote a letter, but in the first letter of the resolution that was sent to the Speaker, there was allegation of forgery of signature, after which he again wrote a letter claiming that they may enjoy the majority of the support of the Trinamool Congress MLAs. Right now, there is no news of a new letter from Bhaipo, but they are trying their best to garner support of a few of the MLAs which they still have. They are also trying to show a brave face, but the fact of the matter is Ritoproto Banerjee along with 59 other MLAs are inside the assembly, and probably at 12 they'll be meeting the Speaker, writing a letter. They already have that letter. In fact, they are signing the letter as well, so they'll be submitting that letter. We are waiting for that, and after which whether the Speaker will declare that this is the real Trinamool Congress and Ritoproto Banerjee is the leader of opposition, and it will be a new party. That is the biggest question in West Bengal right now.
And Kishle, I want to know more about what's going to happen once the letter is submitted to the West Bengal Speaker. With 50 plus 52 individuals now, like, they are asking for Ritabrata and Sanipan Saha to be their leader in this particular faction. And now Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Part faction is now the minority, with majority of them siding with Ritabrata and Sanipan Saha. How would this look like? Will they be retaining, the claim is that they will claim the party symbol. What about the name? The Trinamool Congress will still retain the same name?
That is a question that we have to see, because if it's actually they don't even have to claim a new party. If they enjoy majority of the support of the MLAs, that is more than 52 MLAs, they can just declare that they are the real Trinamool Congress, and then the remaining of the party, which is Abhishek Banerjee, Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee and Mamta Banerjee, they have to come up with a new name for their Trinamool Congress, because the logo and the name will go with the majority of the MLAs. So if the Ritoproto Banerjee already enjoys a majority with him, and he's already enjoying that, we have, according to our sources, we have a confirmation that there are 59 MLAs already present. He needs 52. So if 59 MLAs sign that letter and Ritoproto Banerjee himself, 60 MLAs sign that letter, then Ritoproto Banerjee can claim that he is the leader of opposition of Trinamool Congress, and Trinamool Congress is a party that is led by him and not Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee. In that case, just like Shiv Sena, we know that Uddhav Thackeray had to come up with a new party symbol, new party name. And in the same way, Mamta Banerjee and Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee has to come with a new name or a new party symbol. But whether Ritoproto Banerjee is actually going to do that, whether the new faction is actually going to do that is a question, or whether they'll really be coming up with a new name, a new party symbol, and they'll declare that they belong to this new party, and Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, Bhaipo Abhishek can retain their symbol and logo is something that we will see in maybe a few minutes, a few hours from now. It will be very clear till today evening, but the biggest scoop is Ritoproto is already present with 60 MLAs. So Trinamool has already broken in a way. Just the formality of submitting the letter to the Speaker with those signatures, that needs to be done. The Speaker has also entered the assembly already. The Speaker is inside the assembly. Ritoproto is inside the assembly. 60 MLAs are inside the assembly. The process, formality just needs to be done.
Right, Kishle, thank you so much for joining us and giving all of those updates. We'll get back to you shortly.
दल के खिलाफ नहीं है। मेरा 5 साल गुजारना है विधानसभा के अंदर। वह एलओपी एक बलिष्ठ होना चाहिए। इसी रिगार्डिंग हमने सोचा कि चलो कि ऋतुव्रत जैसा कोई अगर विधायक अगर एलओपी बन जाए तो काम करने में सुविधा होगा।
And now, viewers, we will be moving on to another story. A major action by the Ahmedabad crime branch. 131 illegal Bangladeshi nationals have been detained following operations that were conducted across several areas of the city. 291 individuals were identified, while the interrogation of 160 others is still ongoing. Some are living since 2 years and some longer than 2 years. Mostly women are involved in spa or prostitution business, and men are infused in labor activities. Forged documents have been found in this operation as well. A big number of illegal have been identified now in Ahmedabad. The Ahmedabad crime branch, in fact, in an operation, 131 illegal Bangladeshi nationals have been detained, and among them 291 individuals were identified at first and 131 now detained, and interrogation of 160 others is still ongoing. And
to look for Bangladeshis, an operation Delta, which has been instructed by Honorable Deputy CM, which was launched in Ahmedabad city yesterday night under the personal supervision of Mr. Sharad Singhal, Joint Commissioner Crime. So we have rounded up approximately 300 suspected Bangladeshis, and till now we have identified 41 males, 95 females and 30 children. Total 166 confirmed Bangladeshis have been identified, and interrogation of other suspects is going on.
Right, these are the latest that we're getting so far in Ahmedabad. This took place in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, where the Ahmedabad crime branch identified 291 Bangladeshi nationals, and among them 131 illegal Bangladeshi nationals have been detained. And their interrogation is also going on for 160 others so far. And it has been found that they were living for 2 years, and some of them living for longer than 2 years in Ahmedabad. Now I'm joined by my colleague Swarali, who has more details in the story. Swarali, do tell us, how did this happen? Was there a tip-off that illegal Bangladeshis were occupying this region, how that they have been living for over 2 years, and how did the operation turn about?
Yes, let me tell you, Operation Delta Hunt was a major breakthrough for crime branch in Ahmedabad, which was being conducted under the guidance of Deputy Chief Minister Harsh Sanghvi. On the other hand, if we talk about how the operation was conducted, several teams were made based on the technological inputs. On the other hand, human intelligence combined by both. Another number has been updated. Let me tell you, total 166 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants are confirmed right now by the police authorities. On the other hand, if we talk about the total number, 300 have been detained, but others are investigated right now. Several teams were made, and across several areas of Ahmedabad like Nicole, Vatwa, Udav, Sarkhej and many others. From all these areas, these Bangladeshi illegal immigrants were detained right now, and for further procedure, for the detention procedure, they will be sent away by the authorities. It will be taken care of. Right now, we have the information that if we talk about the division of these numbers, total 95 women, 41 men and 30 children have been detained by the police. If we talk about this 166 illegal immigrants, and mostly women were involved into the spa or prostitution business. On the other hand, if we talk about men population, they were mostly involved in labor inclusive activities like tailoring or construction activities.
A major incident that took place yesterday, fire breaking out in Malviya Nagar restaurant. These are the visuals that we have so far. 10 people have been killed in the fire in Malviya Nagar. 11 injured people have been rescued and are receiving hospital treatment. As of now, a huge fire broke out in Malviya Nagar today. And this happened in a restaurant, in a Malviya Nagar restaurant, where 10 people have been killed in the fire. These are the aftermath of the fire in the restaurant. 11 people have been injured and are receiving medical treatment as we speak. Huge fire. These are the aftermath of charred walls, and gates and even metals have been in fact deformed because of the fire and the huge heat due to the fire as well. 10 people have been killed in the fire, viewers, and this happened in a restaurant in Malviya Nagar. This was a big fire that took place, and 10 people have been killed in this fire in the Malviya Nagar restaurant. 11 people have been injured and were rescued during the fire. Fire tenders are still in place and still undergoing rescue operations. And the 11 people who were injured are still receiving medical treatment as we speak. And in this fire, unfortunately, 10 people have in fact been killed. A massive fire that broke out in the heart of Malviya Nagar in a restaurant. The investigations are still going on as to the cause of the fire and how it happened and how did it start. So far, the latest that we're getting, that the fire in fact killed 10 people. These are the visuals of rescue operations being carried out of individuals who got severe burns in the fire, being rescued from the restaurant. That truck that caught the fire, fire officials and fire tenders were rushed to the spot as well. 10 people have been killed, 11 others injured. And these are visuals. You can see fire tenders arriving at the spot, rescue operations being carried out, and looks like the place was in fact a closed space and near about the basement area, and the fire in fact struck very bad in a very big manner, where 10 people were killed in the Malviya Nagar fire incident in a restaurant that took place, and 11 have been injured, are still receiving medical treatment as we speak. Individuals were being carried out from the incident. Fire tenders and rescue operations still conducted and still underway as we speak, and receiving medical treatments to those who have been rescued, and several people got severe burns from the fire. The 11 people who have been injured are receiving medical treatment as we speak. Although the investigations are being conducted, we still don't know what happened, what exactly caused the fire. Was it an explosion from gas? Was it any other domestic or commercial or electrical shortage? We still don't know of the details of what caused the fire yet. We will be investigating and finding out more details into that. But so far, this is what happened in Malviya Nagar in a restaurant where a massive fire engulfed. Those were some of the visuals that we have for you from the particular fire that took place in Malviya Nagar restaurant. Massive fire, in fact, and 11 people received severe burns from that, who were being rescued, and after being rescued they have been transported to a hospital and are receiving immediate medical treatment. Unfortunately, 10 people have been killed in this tragic fire that took place in Malviya Nagar in a restaurant. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained, but so far fire tenders and rescue operations are carrying out. I'm joined by Sarthak on the phone line, who has more information on the story. Sarthak, we want to know, well, how did the fire take place? Has that been ascertained by fire tenders, by the investigating authorities? Right, we seem to have lost connection from Sarthak. We will try and get Sarthak back again. But these are the visuals, viewers, from a restaurant in Malviya Nagar where a massive fire broke out and 10 people have been killed in this fire. 11 others injured severely, receiving medical treatment as we speak. We still are waiting to hear on what exactly was the cause of the fire in the Malviya Nagar restaurant. Right, I'm now joined by Sarthak, my colleague, who has more information. Sarthak, this looks like a massive fire in a restaurant. It could be a many things could go wrong in a commercial restaurant, in fact, but this fire looks like it really happened in a big accident. How did it come about? Was there any cause of the fire that has been ascertained so far?
Well, Amrita, this is a major fire that has broken out this morning itself in a restaurant which goes by the name Lemon Green Restaurant. It's a multi-story restaurant building in the Hausrani area of South Delhi's Malviya Nagar. And this happened early this morning, and information was received by the Delhi Fire Service at around 9:45 in the morning, and they immediately rushed to the spot. Earlier reports were coming in that 4 people had died in the incident, but the latest reports that is coming in that around 10 to 11 people were rescued, and nearly 10 people have died due to the incident. So far, several have been rescued, and they were shifted to hospitals through ambulances. However, the rescue operation is still ongoing. What was the exact reason? Why did the fire break out? This is something that we are trying to fetch more details on. Around 10 fire tenders were initially deployed, and there were firefighters who were conducting rescue operations. So the exact detail of why did the fire break out and what was the exact reason for that, this is something that we are tracking, Amrita.
Right, thank you so much for your information, Sarthak. And we are taking a very short break, but we'll be right back with you with more stories on the other side. 10 people have been killed, 11 injured and receiving medical treatment in a massive fire that broke out in Malviya Nagar restaurant.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा सिम MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिम।
जीरा सिर्फ असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is being dragged down and evidence is being destroyed before the judge's eyes. Is that normal? Why don't the judges raise a hue and cry about it? Why don't the appellate courts take up this case suo motu? So people don't start believing that when an ex-judge is concerned, the victim will never get justice. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the ex-judge carrying in her hand when she went down? Where is all the CCTV footage? Did the police collect it? Why did the ex-judge's son Samarth Singh escape after bringing the body of his wife to AIMS? Is it true that the ex-judge's son's medical examination was not conducted? The police station is right behind the ex-judge's Giribala's house. Why was no call made? Why did it take 5 days to file an FIR in the case? Who stalled it?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us here on the live report. It's 12 p.m. We have some breaking news updates coming in from Bengal as the Trinamool Congress rebels walk into the assembly with 59 signatures in a letter that was signed this morning. We're tracking that story closely as Mamata Banerjee stares at perhaps losing her own party. That's a possibility. Here are the headlines at 12 p.m. this afternoon. Ritabrata Banerjee, Sandeepan Saha, the Trinamool Congress rebels reached the assembly in Bengal with 59 MLA support. D.K. Shivakumar will take oath as the Karnataka Chief Minister this evening. Sources say that Annamalai has second thoughts after having submitted his resignation as the BJP tries hard to keep him back. BJP Tamil Nadu Chief Nayanar Nagendran summoned to the national capital. It's the firing that wasn't. There was no firing at the Khan Sir Coaching Center. CCTV shows it was a scuffle. Was there an attempt to provoke students by claiming there was firing? There was no firing. AIMPLB opposes compulsory Vande Mataram in West Bengal school, seeks withdrawal of the order. CID probing the fake liquor, spurious liquor deaths in Pune. And there's a fresh escalation in the Mideast war as Iran fires missiles into Kuwait and Bahrain. US also escalating in the Middle East as it strikes Iran's Qasem Island. In fact, before we go across to the story from West Bengal, I just want to take a minute to get you some visuals that came in from Delhi because 10 people have died in the last few hours. We're getting in a breaking news now of the restaurant fire in Delhi's Malviya Nagar, where 10 people have died this morning. This is in the national capital. We are told that it was a restaurant fire, and in the restaurant fire, 10 people have died. Now, these are the initial details that we've picked up. We don't know whether they were staff or customers who were in the restaurant. From the initial details available, the fire broke out a little after 8:30 a.m. this morning. And this was a restaurant in South Delhi. South Delhi's Malviya Nagar. Rescue operations are on, and the full extent of the casualties are emerging now as the police and the fire department managed to get inside finally and assess the damage that has been done. Sarthak is joining me live. Sarthak is our correspondent in the national capital. Sarthak, do we know what caused the fire? When did the fire break out? And what do we know about the casualties?
Well, Ranjan, the fire broke out early this morning. However, we do not have the official confirmation as to why did the fire break out. At around 9:45, the Delhi Fire Services received a call. They reached to the spot immediately and started carrying out the rescue operation. Initial reports came in that there were nearly 4 people who died due to the incident, but as per the new reports that are coming in, it's a source-based information that nearly 10 people have died due to this incident. The rescue operation is still ongoing. Several people have already been rescued. They were transferred to hospitals through CAT ambulances. The DFS, the Delhi Fire Services, has officially confirmed that 3 people were pulled out from the basement and they were rushed to the hospital. Nearly 10 people, as per the latest information, nearly 10 people have died. But why did the fire break out? We do not have any official confirmation as to that. We are still trying to track that. We are on the way to the spot where the incident took place. Firefighters are conducting rescue operations. There are a lot more details we will be tracking as we reach to the spot and try to speak to the officials over there from the Delhi Fire Services if we get any official confirmation as to why did the fire break out early this morning. Niranjan.
Okay. Any details available about the restaurant? Which restaurant was it? And were they staff members? Were they people who were at the restaurant that early in the morning? Any more details emerging of what really happened there?
Well, Ranjan, this restaurant goes by the name Lemon Green Restaurant. It's a multi-story restaurant building, and it's located in the Hauz Rani area of South Delhi's Malviya Nagar. So it's Malviya Nagar happens to be a slightly posh area in the South Delhi region. So it's highly likely that it's going to be a family restaurant. So any lapses as to or were there any security concerns due to which the fire broke out? This is something that we are constantly. As per the latest details, the restaurant was closed, was not open at early this morning because the fire broke out around 9 in the morning, or maybe slightly earlier, because at 9:45 the information was received by the Delhi Fire Services and they reached to the spot. We still do not have any official confirmation as to how many people were present at the time of the incident inside the
Okay, I'm going across to my colleagues Manav and also Sarthak, who are at the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, this breaking news coming in from the national capital. Those are pictures of the rescue operation that are underway. On the right of your screens, that's an ambulance, and the police and fire department now at site trying to assess the damage. We are told that 10 people have been killed in this fire. We'll keep a close track on that story. Let's move on now. Well, the rebellion in the Trinamool Congress is growing, and it's growing if you look at the sheer numbers that we are looking at. 80 MLAs, that is the strength of the Trinamool Congress in the assembly, of which the rebels who are Ritabrata Banerjee and Sandeepan Saha, we are told, have walked into the assembly with support of 59 MLAs. Now they are primarily opposing the choice of a leader of opposition and other positions, opposition positions that have been filled by Abhishek Banerjee or has been nominated by Abhishek Banerjee. So it is a cause for alarm for Mamata Banerjee, because if these rebels take control of the party, and they will need a 53, two-thirds majority of 80 would mean 53 MLAs. If they have support of 53 MLAs, they can take control of the party. So situation looking extremely edgy for Mamata Banerjee. She's sort of isolated within her own party, because yesterday when she protested in the heart of Kolkata, only 6 MLAs, we are told, turned up out of 80, and 3 MPs were by her side out of 41, 28 from the Lok Sabha, 13 from the Rajya Sabha. And we have someone who's been a former parliamentarian with the Trinamool Congress who's joining us on the broadcast, Mr. Jawahar Sircar. Good afternoon. You've been a parliamentarian with the Trinamool Congress. What's going on? What is your reading of what's happening within the Trinamool Congress, Mr. Sircar?
See, when I left, resigned halfway through my tenure, I made it absolutely clear that all is not well with the party. It was an open letter. Prior to that, I had my conversations and my letters, but this particular letter, which I put out in the public domain 1.5 years ago, spelled out everything that we're discussing now. Number one is that there is no inner party democracy. Number two is that the party is viewed with a lot of disgust because of the behavior of many of its members in raising funds, extorting money, in going in for corruption, and many other issues. So while it was definitely a brand of fighting party where it came to the opposition, it also acquired a terrible image. So I was mentioning this right from the time I was elected as MP at 22. And in 24, I put in saying exactly the same thing that is now coming out in public. In very short, first of all, there is a certain amount of anger at the entitlement with which Abhishek Banerjee, who has no grassroots support, who has no growing up period within the party, was foisted as the successor of Mamata Banerjee. And he personally worked hard while rouse party workers, he worked equally hard to antagonize others. But that is where the trouble starts. His attempts to sideline old members created a lot of revolt. Number two was his use of a consultant organization as some sort of a parallel TMC. Now, this is all breaking out in the open, and now it looks like the party is headed for a definite split.
So, I mean, you look at the genesis of the latest issue that the Trinamool Congress faces, it stems from Abhishek Banerjee's choice of opposition leaders in the assembly. So, does it essentially then make it all about Abhishek Banerjee? The split is because of Abhishek Banerjee. Is it safe to say that right now?
No, I won't put it so bluntly at everything about Abhishek. The fact is that many of the 80 MLAs and many other corporators and councillors and chairmen of municipalities are neck deep in controversies. or bluntly putting it in certain amount of money-making positions. Now, many of them are seeking immunity from this government. Now, the present regime has made it very clear that they would not be taking defectors. But then why are they splitting? They are splitting as a halfway house between the real opposition, which is bound to be Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek, whether we like it or not, and the BJP. So they are some sort of a midway house. This is not the same as what happened in Maharashtra, because the BJP in Bengal just doesn't need them. It doesn't need to buy them. But the BJP stands to gain from the split. A, they divide the opposition to it, BJP in Bengal hopelessly. B, they ensure that the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha strength of the TMC is soon reflected through a split, which means the TMC's position as number 2 party in the opposition is finished. It's a smart move that benefits both sides, but unfortunately, it means the end of Mamata Banerjee's present regime, present strength over the party.
Maharashtra model we've seen, I mean, rather the example, Maharashtra example, when you look at the Shiv Sena split that happened there, Eknath Shinde took control of the party, complete control, and he's still in control, right? Uddhav is nowhere in the picture. You look at NCP, Ajit Pawar took complete control, Sharad Pawar barely in the picture. Now, does it appear to you that looking at how things are panning out, if, for example, let's say that Sandeepan Saha and Ritabrata Banerjee, now I don't know how much of grassroots support they have, but if they take control of the party, does that leave effectively Mamata in the position that both Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray were in?
No, I wouldn't say so. As an observer of Bengal politics, I would say that nobody in the rebel camp has half the image that Mamata Banerjee has, whether you like her or not. Nobody has that image, number one. Number two, as I said, the breakup is more of an insurance against, let us say, criminal cases or civil cases against them. So, and C, the BJP doesn't need their numbers as they need it in the case of Ajit Pawar, as they need it in the case of Shinde. They don't need them. So the BJP is not going to behave as sweetly with them as they did in Maharashtra. But nevertheless, I believe most of the group is so terrified of retribution that they have much rather switch. And their pent-up anger against Abhishek or some other things, or the caucuses within the party that was seen yesterday, would come out as a very veritable, let us say, reason for splitting.
Okay. Mr. Sarkar, thank you for joining us at this point, because it's important. It was important to hear an insider's perspective of what is going on. So we got you live on that. Thank you, sir. We look forward to speaking to you again. Jawahar Sircar, former parliamentarian of the Trinamool Congress. I want to go across to Kishale, and after that I want to go back to the story from Delhi, because we are hearing that the fire has killed 20 people in Delhi. So I want to go back to that. But first up, Kishale, a quick update from you. What is the situation? Hearing that 59 MLAs have signed that letter. Can you confirm that? What happens next?
The latest update is, Niranjan, that Ritobroto and 59 of these MLAs are present inside the assembly. The speaker is present inside the assembly. We are getting to know that the letter is ready, and many of them have already signed it. Whether all 59 of them have signed it or not is a confirmation that we are waiting for. But according to sources, most of them have already signed it. More than 52 at least have already signed it. That letter will be submitted to the speaker in a while. It was supposed to be something between 12 to 12:30. So might be in a while that letter will be submitted. After that, we are expecting a new declaration or a press conference where they will be announcing whether they are claiming the logo of the TMC and they are declaring themselves as the real TMC, or a new party will emerge. Most likely they will be probably claiming the TMC logo, and Ritobroto declaring himself as the leader of opposition from the TMC, and Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee will be left with nothing. Maybe they have to now find a new symbol or a party to begin with.
Okay, thank you for that, Kishale. Thank you. I'll have to leave it at that for now. We'll keep coming back. Republic Bangla, right on top of that story, breaking the news of the 59 MLAs who walked into the assembly with the letters of support against Abhishek Banerjee. Going across to the story breaking from the national capital, there's a fire that's broken out at a restaurant in South Delhi's Malviya Nagar. The death toll there has risen. We are told that it could go up from 10. The latest number is 10, but we are told the number of those killed in the fire could increase. We are waiting for the assessment details to come in. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a big story that we are breaking from the national capital. Investigation is on to find out what caused the fire. It was a multi-level restaurant, we are told, where the fire was reported. We'll go across to Sarthak. We'll also try and get you all the sound bites. There are several sound bites that have come in on news agencies right now in the last few minutes. We'll try and pull those sound bites out as we stay on the story. Most people have died due to suffocation, and investigation is on about what really caused the fire. Let's stay on the reactions that are coming in. These are some of the responses coming in of eyewitnesses and those who were there at site, rescue efforts. This is what they said.
देखिए, बहुत ही दुखद है। ये सुबह लगभग 9 बजे की आसपास की बात है। जैसे ही हमको सूचना मिली कि यहाँ पर आग लगी है, हमारे कार्यकर्ता हाजी कल्लू हैं, उन्होंने हमको बताया। तो इमीडिएटली जो हमारा फर्स्ट रिस्पांस था, वो रिस्पांस था कि डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, हमारे एरिया के डीएम, हमारे एसएचओ, हमारे एसडीएम, हमारे एमसीडी के डीसी, इन सब लोगों को हमने पूरे सिस्टम को एक्टिवेट करके, और स्वयं भी हम भी यहाँ पर आए। लेकिन अब ये घटना तो बाद में ही पता चलेगा कि किस कारण से ये फायर का जो घटना हुई है, आग लगी है। कारणों के बारे में तो मैं नहीं कह सकता हूँ, लेकिन बहुत दुखद है। कुछ कैजुअलिटीज़ भी हैं और कुछ लोग जो यहाँ के स्थानीय लोगों ने भी बहुत मदद की है। हमने कार्यकर्ताओं को कहा था कि गद्दे वगैरह डाल दीजिए, उन्होंने डाला। ऊपर से लोग भी कुछ जंप किए हैं, तो कुछ लोग 8-10 लोग अभी इंजर्ड हैं, हॉस्पिटल में हैं, लेकिन एग्जैक्ट नंबर अभी मैं नहीं दे पाऊंगा।
Okay, this is the story right now, ladies and gentlemen. We will have our reporters live from the spot anytime now. So we'll take a short break and we will come back with the live pictures. 10 people killed in the fire in the national capital. The story is getting bigger. We'll come back with the live report and the details in the investigation that is happening on the ground. Stay tuned.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और प्योर मसाला।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it, I want to ask them, why are they quiet about this? Why are they quiet? In the silence of the BJP leaders, is there a tacit support to this person? Is there a feeling that anyone who wears
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, everyday.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is being dragged down and evidence is being destroyed before the judge's eyes. Is that normal? Why don't the judges raise a hue and cry about it? Why don't the appellate courts take up this case suo motu? So people don't start believing that when an ex-judge is concerned, the victim will never get justice. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the ex-judge carrying in her hand when she went down? Where is all the CCTV footage? Did the police collect it? Why did the ex-judge's son, Samarth Singh, escape?
All right, viewers, this is the big breaking news development that we have been continuously tracking. And it's a restaurant where the fire took place, an inferno took place. And it is a hotel by the name of Flourish Inn. That's the latest that we are getting in this in the story. And also, the latest details is that 20 people have died in this inferno. And there are many lapses also that are coming to surface in this entire scenario. The blaze, the inferno, which killed many, they claimed many lives.
देखिए ये बिल्डिंग जो है बस 5 ऊपर फ्लोर है और ऐसा लगता है ये पता लगा है लोगों से यहाँ जो पता लगा है वो ये पता लगा है कि नेक्स्ट हॉस्पिटल सामने है। यहाँ पर अधिकतर वो लोग रह रहे थे जो जिनके पेशेंट्स सामने हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट हैं। तो ये पेइंग गेस्ट कई तरह से रह रहे होंगे या किस तरह से रह रहे थे ये भी मेरे पास डाटा नहीं है, हमें कुछ इस बारे में जानकारी नहीं है। सर फॉरेनर्स भी रह रहे थे कुछ?
हाँ, फॉरेनर्स भी थे, कुछ फॉरेनर्स भी हैं जो हमने जो ऑफिसर यहाँ शुरू में पहुंचे थे उनसे पूछा तो उन्होंने बताया कुछ फॉरेनर्स भी थे।
स्टॉपेज आ गया?
स्टॉप तो बहुत पहले आ गया था, अभी बिल्डिंग भी हमने क्लियर कर दिया है, बिल्डिंग में पुलिस ने कॉर्डन ऑफ भी कर दिया बिल्डिंग।
कहाँ लगा?
All right, so as per the fire officer in this case, this new information on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, the video on your screen, and also the information that foreigners were also in that hotel. So that's the big development here. And also the license which the hotel had, and there were lapses in that. Also, the hotel was being operated here on the basis of a different license that we're also getting to know. So that is also a big breaking news in this case where this inferno took place. 20 people died, 20 lives ended because of this inferno, because of the many lapses in this case. And also the reactions have started pouring in. The Chief Minister of Delhi has also reacted. Rekha Gupta has said that she is deeply saddened by the tragic loss of lives in the devastating fire incident in Malviya Nagar. And he also went on to, all right, Sarthak is live with us with all the latest that's happening, and these are the latest visuals that you are seeing on your screen. Sarthak, what's the latest that you are fetching? We are getting to know that more than 20 people have died in this inferno. Sarthak, over to you.
Well, Shivam, the incident took place in the Horse Rani area of Malviya Nagar. The restaurant goes by the name Lemon Green Restaurant. This is something that this is the information that we have received. The incident took place early in the morning, and early reports came in that there were 4 people who had died due to the incident. Then we got a report that more than 10 people died, and now the latest that we are getting on this is that nearly 20 people or more have died due to this fire incident. It happened early this morning at around 9:45. The Delhi Fire Services was informed about the fire. They reached the spot. They started carrying out the rescue operation. Nearly 11 people have been rescued so far. But the sad news is that more than 20 people have died due to this fire incident. And also we are getting information that there were certain lapses in the license of this particular restaurant. However, what was the exact cause of fire? This has not been confirmed by the officials so far. We are
within no time फायर डिपार्टमेंट ने और डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट ने पूरी तरीके से यहाँ पर रिस्पांस किया है। बीएसईएस ने तुरंत लाइट को काटा है। हमारे स्थानीय नागरिक, हम सब लोग और पुलिस के खासकर लोगों ने जिनके पास कोई इक्विपमेंट नहीं थे, उन्होंने बहुत बचाव किया है। टोटल रेस्क्यू 47 लोगों का हुआ है। लगभग 20 से 21 लोगों की कैजुअलिटी हुई है। अभी 7 से 8 लोग क्रिटिकल हैं, कुछ मैक्स में हैं, कुछ 2-3 लोग ट्रॉमा सेंटर में हैं। तो अभी मालूम नहीं शॉर्ट सर्किट से हुआ, किससे हुआ, ये तो जांच का विषय है, लेकिन दुखद घटना है। और हम सब लोग अभी राहत और बचाव के कार्यों में यहाँ पर सुबह से लगे हुए हैं। पूरी सरकार का तंत्र यहाँ पर इस बचाव कार्यों में लगा है और पूरी तरीके से अगर समय पर ये रिस्पांस नहीं हुआ होता तो शायद ये दुर्घटना बहुत ज्यादा आग बढ़ जाती। समय पर रिस्पांस होने के कारण से ये समय पर ये आग पर काबू पाया गया है। अब विदेशी नागरिक बांग्लादेशी हैं, कुछ बांग्लादेश के हैं, कुछ अलग अलग जो सार्क कंट्रीज के लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं इलाज कराने के लिए। मोस्टली वही लोग इस होटल में रहते थे। ये पूरा गेस्ट हाउस था, बीएनबी का था, जिसमें लोग आकर के रहते थे। मरीजों के जो परिजन हैं वो लोग यहाँ पर रहते थे। धन्यवाद।
All right, so this was Satish Upadhyay with the latest information on the exact cause and how many people died. So he said 47 people have been rescued so far, and the number of casualties can rise, ladies and gentlemen, because you were saying 20 to 21. 21 people died, might have died in this entire scenario, and there might be an increase in the number of casualties. And also the hotel license is under scanner. And visuals on your screen, you can understand the magnanimity, the magnitude of the blaze, and how people jump to save their lives, and many of them are in critical condition. We are getting to know 7 people are in critical condition right now, and as per the BJP MLA, this was a guest house. Okay, this is condolences are pouring in now. PM expresses condolences, and PM has announced rupees 2 lakh ex gratia to kin of deceased. So this is the latest on the inferno, on the hotel blaze in Delhi. And this is the latest that Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses condolences on Delhi fire. More than 20 people have died, more than 20 people have lost their lives, and 47 people have been rescued so far. And various revelations are happening about the license and how the hotel was operating. And citizens of various countries, people from various countries used to come to the hotel, come to this guest house in this case, and people from Bangladesh and SAARC nations also used to visit, and those who want to get treatment done in India used to stay in this hotel. Now 7 of them are in very critical condition. This is also that we are getting the information that we are getting right now, and hotel owners have had flouted licensing norms, which led to tragedy.
अभी मेन लड़का है, उसको मैं बुलाता हूँ आपके सामने, अभी जो मौके पे था यहाँ।
लेकिन जानकारी सर क्या है, क्या वो शटर नहीं खुल पाया इस वजह से हादसा?
हम तो थोड़ा लेट आए हैं, हमें तो ज्यादा वो नहीं।
क्या बोल रहे हैं आप?
शटर सारा लॉक था, वो बंद था, वो तो यहीं के लोगों ने तोड़ के उसे निकाला। उसे
देख रहा हूँ कि आने जाने का रास्ता वहाँ पर एक ही है।
फायर ब्रिगेड वाले आए थे, उन्होंने कैंची से काटा है। उसके साथ हम हमारे गाँव के 5-6 लड़के थे उधरानी के, हम घुसे उनके साथ अंदर लोग बेहोश पड़े थे। बेहोश पड़े थे। बस अगर 5-6 मिनट और लेट हो जाते तो वो खत्म ही हो जाते।
20 लोग तो मर गए भाई साहब।
20 लोग नहीं मरे होंगे, जो हमने निकाला है।
सरकारी आंकड़ा आ रहा है उन 20 लोगों की जान इसमें जाती है।
हमने उठाया वहाँ से, वो 7 से 8 लोग मर गए थे।
क्या कह रहे हैं आप?
नीचे इसमें रूम बने हुए हैं, इसके अपर ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे इसमें बेस में वो रेस्टोरेंट है, ऊपर इसमें 22 कमरे हैं। बीएनबी में इसकी परमिशन है, इसकी परमिशन भी बीएनबी में है, लेमन ग्रीन की, मिकासा इनकी भी। आगे इसी मालिक का जिसमें ये आग लगी है ग्रीन रेजिडेंसी है, उससे आगे फ्लोरिश होटल है। इसके पीछे जो 4 होटल और नए बने हैं। प्रशासन को अच्छे से यहाँ कर पता है कि यहाँ ऐसे ऐसे होटल चल रहे हैं, ठीक है। 8:20 पर यहाँ पर आग लगी है। 8:30 बजे जो मैं यहाँ पर मौजूद हुआ, मैं दिल्ली से बाहर था, मैंने अपनी गाड़ी पार्क करी, मैं आया मौके पे से जो पहला कॉल जो फायर ब्रिगेड को मैंने किया, दिल्ली एम्बुलेंस सर्विस को पहला कॉल मैंने किया। मेरे सामने एक महिला जो जहां तक मुझे देखने में लगा वो उड़ीसा साइड की थी, वो 4थे फ्लोर से नीचे गिरी, जो मेरे कदमों में आके गिरी। ऐसे ही 4 लोग और जो पीछे की खिड़कियों से, जो पीछे की तरफ से जो 4 लोग और कूदे। उसके बाद हमने गद्दे लगाए। फिर जब आग बढ़ गई तो लगभग 25 से 30 मिनट, क्योंकि ये पूरा रोड जो कंजेस्टेड है, भी गाड़ियां वो रोंग साइड से यहाँ पर मौके पर मौजूद आई। दिल्ली पुलिस के एक जाबाज सिपाही और हमारा बड़ा भाई जो यहाँ का बीट अफसर है दिनेश यादव, वो यहाँ पर 8:45 पर अपनी जान की परवाह ना करके और साइड से सीढ़ी लगाकर 22 फीट सीढ़ी लगाकर उसने जो ऊपर बढ़कर हम जैसों को जो मनोबल बढ़ाया। और उसके बाद जो जितने भी भाई जो आपको जो बाइट दे रहे हैं, ये सारे भाई हमारे गाँव के। जी,
क्योंकि आप आसपास ही रहते हैं, उस बिल्डिंग को आप पहले से जानते हैं, तो आग लगने का बड़ा कारण क्या है?
आग लगने का बड़ा कारण ये है कि इसके अंदर जो ये इतनी सकोफेसिड और कंजेस्टेड बिल्डिंग है, इसके अंदर रेस्टोरेंट भी चल रहा है, ठीक है, और एलपीजी की पाइपलाइन ले रखी है, ठीक है, और अंदर जो इस्तेमाल सिलेंडर हो रहे हैं। आप जाएं अंदर, जब आपको मौका मिलेगा अंदर बढ़ने का तो आपको पता चलेगा। और जितना मुझे पता है, जितनी मेरी जानकारी, जब 8:30 बजे से मैं यहाँ मौजूद हूँ, तो फर्स्ट फ्लोर पर सिलेंडर से आग लगने के कारण ये आग जो बढ़ती चली गई, जिसको ये बताया जा रहा है कि बिजली शॉर्ट सर्किट से ये आग लगी है। 9:10 पर बिजली तो यहाँ की हमने कटवा दी थी।
क्या नाम है आपका?
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद वसीम खान है, मैं यहीं का जो लोकल रहने वाला हूँ।
आप कह रहे हो कि यहाँ पर
इस पूरी लाइन में यहाँ से लेके सड़क को आप जहाँ तक मैक्स का गेट नंबर 7 है, इस पूरी सड़क पर जो ये सारे होटल हैं, इसका आप आगे बढ़िए, लेमन ग्रीन का आप ये देखिए, इसका आप एग्जिट चेक कीजिए। ये लेमन ग्रीन होटल है, इसका मेन गेट ये है, इसका मेन गेट। ये आप ये बताइए कि इसमें एग्जिट कहाँ है? दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने जो बीएनबी की जो फैसिलिटीज जो कॉमनवेल्थ गेम के टाइम पर जो शीला सरकार ने निकाली थी।
देखिए वसीम जो बात कह रहे हैं, ये बात बहुत अहम हो जाती है। जिस बिल्डिंग में आग लगी, 20 लोगों की जान चलेगी, वो तस्वीर आपको दिखा रहे हैं, लेकिन आसपास के होटल किस तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं हमारे दर्शक ये समझ पाएंगे। आप देखिए, ये होटल है और इस होटल का बाहरी दरवाजा आप देख लीजिए, और बाहर इस दरवाजे के बाहर आप देखिए तो होटल का मेन एंट्रेंस कहां पर है दर्शकों? ये मेन एंट्रेंस है, 3x3, माफ कीजिएगा 3 फीट चौड़ा। ये देखिए, ये मेन एंट्रेंस है। आग लग जाए तो इस होटल में कौन बचाने जाएगा? आग लग जाए तो ये लोग बाहर कैसे आएंगे? जो गेस्ट अंदर रह रहे हैं वो बाहर कैसे आएंगे? आप देखिए, ये किसी होटल का दिल्ली में मालवीय नगर इलाके में क्या कोई मेन एंट्रेंस हो सकता है? और बताया जा रहा है कि यहाँ पर तमाम इसी तरीके से होटल चलाए जा रहे हैं और लापरवाही इस कदर बढ़ती जा रही है कि जब आग लगती है तो इन छोटी छोटी गलियों में जो बड़े बड़े यहाँ पर होटल चल रहे हैं उससे लोग बाहर नहीं आ पाते। जब बाहर नहीं आ पाते तो हादसा होना लाजमी है, और लाजमी किस किस कदर है की तस्वीर आपके सामने है कि मेरे पीछे जिसको सिर्फ रेस्टोरेंट कहकर अगर दर्शकों में रेस्टोरेंट कहूंगा तो ये खबर अधूरी हो जाएगी और इस खबर को पूरा मैं कर देता हूं। जो रेस्टोरेंट था वो नीचे चल रहा था, उस रेस्टोरेंट के निचले एक और माले में कमरे थे जो चश्मदीद बता रहे हैं, और वो चश्मदीद चीची कर ये कह रहे हैं कि रेस्टोरेंट के नीचे भी कमरे बनाए गए थे, रेस्टोरेंट के ऊपर भी 22 कमरे थे। और बड़ी वजह यही है कि इस रेस्टोरेंट के आसपास जो कमरे थे उनमें आग लगी, बाहर आने का कोई रास्ता नहीं था, सेफ एग्जिट नहीं था और इस वजह से यहाँ पर हादसा हुआ है। तो ये अपने आप में तमाम जो सवाल हैं, जो सवाल खड़े हो रहे हैं, और सवाल इसलिए खड़े होते हैं कि ऐसे रिहायशी इलाके में पहले तो रेस्टोरेंट चलता है, रेस्टोरेंट चलने के बाद उसके ऊपर कमरे किराए पर उठाए जाते हैं, कमरे बीएनबी के जरिए यहाँ पर जो सर्विसेज होती है वो दी जाती है, और 22 कमरे बताया जा रहा है जो चश्मदीद ने हमें बताया। और 22 कमरे यहाँ पर होने के साथ साथ जो यहाँ पर जो घटना है वो यहाँ पर हुई और लोग बाहर नहीं आ पाए, और बाहर इसलिए नहीं आ पाए क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो घटना है वो यहाँ पर हुई और लोग बाहर एग्जिट नहीं ले पाए क्योंकि एग्जिट कोई यहाँ पर था नहीं, और इसीलिए यहाँ पर ये हादसा यहाँ पर हुआ है। आप तस्वीरें दिखाते रहिए।
All right, viewers, so our correspondent is live from the location. The death toll has risen to now 20 people. More than 20 people have died because of the inferno, the hotel fire, and 7 are being told to be in critical condition who have been admitted.
बात करेंगे यहाँ के विधायक हैं क्योंकि ये कई सारे सवाल हैं जो हम यहाँ पर पूछना चाहते हैं। सतीश जी, हम देख रहे हैं कि हमने पूरी इमारत को देख लिया, 22 कमरे यहाँ पर बने गए, रेस्टोरेंट नीचे चल रहा था, एक एग्जिट था और उस पर भी ताला लगा हुआ था।
ये देखिए, ये है और हॉस्पिटल के कारण से यहाँ पर जो उनके मरीज के जो रिश्तेदार हैं वो सब लोग आते हैं और यहाँ इलाज कराते हैं। यहाँ 8:51 की घटना है ये। हम 9 बजे से यहाँ पर हैं। हम रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन हमारी पहली प्राथमिकता थी। फायर ब्रिगेड ने आकर के अगर समय पर डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट ने अपना काम नहीं किया होता।
चाहूंगा कि अगर ये प्राथमिकता है तो आप समझिए कि प्राथमिकता नहीं होगी तो हालत कैसे हो जाएंगे। आपकी बात देखिए सतीश जी, मैं इस वक्त
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ ने बहुत समय पर 8:51 की घटना है। 9 बजे पहले व्यक्ति ये हैं, ये खड़े हुए हैं। इन सब लोगों ने मिलकर के रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन पहली प्राथमिकता है। किस वजह से हुआ, क्या हुआ, अब ये जांच का विषय है और ये नहीं होना चाहिए।
इसलिए पूछ रहा हूं क्योंकि बार बार ऐसे दिल्ली में हादसे हो रहे हैं और बार बार बेगुनाह लोग उसमें मारे जाते हैं। कोई नॉर्म्स तो होंगे, कोई नियम कायदे कानून होंगे।
निश्चित रूप से नॉर्म्स बनाने चाहिए और जो लोग भी इन नॉर्म्स को तोड़ रहे हैं उनके खिलाफ सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
सरकार भी आपकी है, एमसीडी भी आपके पास है, कार्रवाई करवाएंगे आप? सर, तो विधायक हैं यहाँ के।
मेरे एक ही सवाल को आप बार बार कर रहे हैं, एक ही बात को बार बार दोहरा रहे। मैंने कहा
सवाल करूंगा सर, अगर 20 लोग मर जाएंगे मैं सवाल ना करूं, आप ये चाहते हैं?
अरे भैया,
20 लोग मर गए, आग लग गई, एक एग्जिट वहां पर था, आप कह रहे हैं मैं सवाल आपसे ना करूं?
अरे मैंने आपको कहा ही नहीं सवाल ना करें, आप इतना तेजी से बोल रहे हैं साहब, मैं तो डर रहा हूं आपसे। वैसे
बिल्कुल ये सवाल लाजमी है। विधायक जी को हमारे सवाल चुप सकते हैं, लेकिन रिपब्लिक भारत जिसका काम है सवाल पूछना, वो सवाल यहाँ पर पूछेगा कि आखिर किन लोगों की नाकामी के चलते, किन लोगों की गैर जिम्मेदारी के चलते यहाँ पर 20 लोगों की जान गई है। क्योंकि ये वो 20 लोग थे। आप देखिए, कोई तीमारदार है, कोई अटेंडेंट है, अपने मरीज को लेकर पास के मैक्स हॉस्पिटल में आया है, उसको इलाज कराना है अपने मरीज का, वो इस होटल के अंदर रुका हुआ था। आप सोचिए, और वो व्यक्ति अंदर सोता ही निपट गया, सोते ही उसकी जान चली गई। और ये जान क्यों चली जाती है? जान इसलिए चली गई क्योंकि बाहर से ताला जड़ दिया गया। आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं सर?
Ask them why the hotel doesn't have windows. If they have open windows, a lot of people could be safe. Because there's no oxygen, if there is a fire, it's going to be smoke. All the hotels doesn't have open windows. Okay. That's the problem, I think, why the people get die.
You are a foreign national, sir?
Yes.
Okay. You were staying in the same hotel?
No, I was staying somewhere hotels, but I didn't see. I was not staying in this hotel. But the most I see Delhi hotels doesn't have open windows, and it's one of the problem is the fire break up. If there is no windows, there's no smoke or fire going outside, and a lot of people are going to get killed. A quick time.
I have learned that some foreign nationals were also present there at the time of the incident.
I think so, yeah. There must of around here was a lot of foreigners people come treatment for the hospital here.
What time you reached there? What time in morning you reached here?
I was around here and I was 9 a.m. when the fire was.
You are staying nearby. Actually, ये एक फॉरेन नेशनल है. ये कह रहे हैं कि अब देखिए ये विदेशी नागरिक हैं. यहाँ पर कह रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से जो यहाँ पर लोग रहते हैं, छोटे छोटे होटल्स हैं, उनमें खिड़कियां नहीं है और जब धुआं भर जाता है तो खिड़कियां एक तरीके से सफोकेशन का काम करती हैं, लोगों का दम घुटता है और लोग अपनी जान निकाल देते हैं. ये बात विदेशी नागरिक जो मालवीय नगर में रह रहे हैं, ये बात वो विदेशी नागरिक बता पा रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारी सरकारों के कानों पर जू नहीं रखती. और आप समझिए किस तरीके से विदेशी नागरिक क्योंकि मालवीय नगर के इलाके में, नेहरू प्लेस के इलाके में, हौज खास के इलाके में काफी ज्यादा यहाँ पर विदेशी नागरिक रहते हैं, तो वो लोग भी कह रहे हैं कि छोटी छोटी बिल्डिंगें हैं, छोटी छोटी खिड़कियां हैं, लेकिन उन खिड़कियों से ना तो लोग बाहर निकल सकते हैं, ना ही हवा बाहर निकल सकती है, ना ही आग जब लगेगी तो लोग बाहर कैसे आएंगे. अब ये सवाल अगर हम पूछते हैं तो हमसे कहा जाता है कि आप सवाल मत पूछिए. अरे भाई सवाल क्यों नहीं पूछेंगे? 20 लोग यहाँ पर मारे गए हैं और यहाँ पर बताया जा रहा है कि कुछ जो विदेशी नागरिक थे वो भी यहाँ पर अंदर मौजूद थे. हमने यहाँ पर जो बीजेपी के विधायक हैं सतीश उपाध्याय, उनसे हमने बातचीत की तो उन्होंने कहा कि हमारी प्रायोरिटी ये थी कि किस तरीके से लोगों का रेस्क्यू यहाँ पर किया जाए. जाहिर सी बात है जब घटना होती है तो पहली प्राथमिकता रेस्क्यू को दी जाती है, लेकिन सवाल तो ये भी बनता है कि इस तरीके से होटल्स यहाँ पर बनने दिए गए, इस तरीके से रिहायशी इलाके में एक 4 मंजिला इमारत खड़ी कर दी जाती है, उसके अंदर एक ही एग्जिट एंट्रेंस है और उससे लोग बाहर नहीं निकल पाए क्योंकि बाहर से ताला लगा हुआ था. अब देखिए ताला लगा होगा तो लोग बाहर कैसे आएंगे? और एक बेसिक सा नॉर्म होता है कि किसी भी बिल्डिंग को जब बनाया जाएगा तो फायर एनओसी उसको तभी दी जाती है जब वो सारे जो कायदे नियम कानून होते हैं उनको पूरा करती है. तो ऐसे में सीधा सवाल तो दिल्ली फायर विभाग पर भी खड़ा होता है कि दिल्ली फायर विभाग ने यहाँ पर एनओसी कैसे दे दी अगर एक ही एग्जिट था. तो ये अपने आप में बड़े सवाल हैं, जो वो सवाल हैं जो हम लगातार पूछ रहे हैं, वो लगातार हम यहाँ पर सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. और ये सवाल इसलिए हम पूछ रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से यहाँ पर जो होटल था वो यहाँ पर चल रहा था, 20 लोग उसमें आज मारे गए हैं. थोड़ा संतोष आप आगे आ जाइए क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो कुछ गाड़ियां हैं उनको हटाया जा रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ पर रेस्क्यू का काम पूरा हो चुका है, लेकिन फिलहाल जो गाड़ियां हैं वो यहाँ से हटाई जा रही हैं. तो जी मैंने बात की, आपने भी काफी रेस्क्यू में मदद की, लोगों ने मुझे बताया.
स्टार्टिंग से ही थे. मेरा नाम वसीम राजा, मैं हौजरानी गांव के हूँ, हमारे गांव में ये हमारे सारे भाई हैं. हम स्टार्टिंग में सबसे पहले हम लोग ही आए थे, हम लोग ही सबसे पहले आए थे और यहाँ का मंजर आपको बता नहीं सकते हैं क्योंकि पूरी की पूरी आग जल रही थी बिल्डिंग. तो ये सबसे पहले गद्दे वाली जो शॉप है यहाँ से हम लोगों ने गद्दे बिछाए, ऊपर से लोगों ने कूद के जान बचाई है. फॉरेनर्स थे ज़्यादातर इसके अंदर. उसके बाद सर फायर फाइटिंग और दिल्ली पुलिस की भी टीम आ गई थी जो हमारा लोकल थाना है. उन्होंने देखिए ये पूरी दुकान के गद्दे उन्होंने दे दिए जिनकी भी दुकान थी. क्या नाम है भैया का?
इकबाल नाम है उनका.
उन्होंने अपनी दुकान दे दी थी, इकबाल नाम है.
बाहर आने का कोई रास्ता नहीं था
बीच में से सर एक रास्ता देख रहे हो.
यही बात हम लगातार कर रहे हैं, रास्ता था और इसी वजह से इतना बड़ा हादसा हो गया कि अंदर लोग रह रहे थे, रेस्टोरेंट भी चल रहा था, होटल भी था, लेकिन बाहर आने का रास्ता नहीं था. लोग रेस्क्यू भी ढंग से नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि वहां पर ताला लगा होता. सर आप यहीं रहते हैं, आसपास ही रहते हैं, कितने कमरे थे अंदर?
हम तो मालवीय नगर में रहते हैं, बिल्कुल जस्ट इसके साथ ही लगता है मालवीय नगर. काफी कमरे हैं,
बाहर आने का कोई रास्ता भी नहीं था.
जो हमने सुना है, क्योंकि मैं इसके अंदर गया नहीं, जो हमने सुना है
ना इस टाइम इसमें अपना लॉक लगा हुआ जो है. लेकिन ये बड़ा अच्छा हुआ कि गांव के कम से कम 15-20 बच्चे एकदम कूद गए और उन्होंने ताला वाला तोड़ ताड़ के इसमें करके निकाला, सबको निकाला. ये बहुत बढ़िया काम हो गया, वरना हो सकता है ज्यादा कैजुअलिटी होती, ज्यादा लोग हताहत होते.
यहाँ के स्थानीय लोगों ने काफी हेल्प करी है अपनी जान जोखिम में डालकर.
ये बात मुझे लगातार लोग बता रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर स्थानीय लोगों ने काफी मदद की. आप कुछ कह रहे हैं?
मेन पैरामीटर्स होने चाहिए इमरजेंसी एक्सीडेंट के लिए, वो मैटर करता है. जान गई इसका तो बहुत बड़ा दुख है. अब तक की बहुत बड़ी हृदय विदारक घटना है ये, मैं बता रहा हूँ, और वो भी इंटरनेशनल मामले से जुड़ा हुआ है मामला. ये
सारे विदेशी नागरिक अंदर है,
विदेशी नागरिक हैं. हमारे देश की, हमारे इस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की और पूरे गवर्नमेंट पे इस पे उंगली उठती है. तो जो पैरामीटर्स हैं अभी पिछले हफ्ते में
पैरामीटर्स कह लीजिए, नॉर्म्स कह लीजिए, नियम कायदे कानून सभी की धज्जियां यहाँ पर उड़ रही हैं. और ये मालवीय नगर है दिल्ली का वो पॉश इलाका जहाँ पर सिर्फ देशी नहीं विदेशी नागरिक भी यहाँ पर रहते हैं. और अभी जब हमने बात की तो विदेशी नागरिक हमारे रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क पर कह रहे हैं कि आपके यहाँ पर होटल्स में बहुत छोटी छोटी खिड़कियां हैं, आग लग जाएगी तो लोग बाहर कैसे आएंगे. और आग लगने के बाद तस्वीर कैसी होती है दर्शकों आप देख पाएंगे. आप देखिए ये पूरा क्राइम सीन बन चुका है, 20 लोगों की जान यहाँ पर चली गई है. संतोष एक बार फिर से आ जाइए आगे और दिखाइए वो तस्वीर. ये तस्वीर जितना टीवी पर आज दिखेगी उतने ज्यादा सवाल आज दिल्ली सरकार से यहाँ पर पूछे जाएंगे, क्योंकि ये सवाल इसलिए पूछना यहाँ पर जरूरी है. ये सवाल इसलिए पूछना जरूरी है कि ऐसी बिल्डिंग यहाँ पर चलती हैं, ऐसी इमारतें यहाँ पर चल जाती हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर और देखिए इस वक्त एक बड़ी खबर ये आ रही है कि मौत का आंकड़ा बढ़कर 21 हो गया है। अब देखिए किस तरीके से मौत का आंकड़ा लगातार बढ़ रहा है और जैसे जैसे मौत का आंकड़ा बढ़ रहा है तमाम जो सवाल है, तमाम जो सवालों की धार है वो यहाँ पर तेज हो जाती है। और लगातार हम सिर्फ उसी इमारत की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम उन तमाम होटल्स को यहाँ पर दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से यहाँ पर जो दूसरे होटल्स हैं वो यहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं। ये देखिए ये एक होटल है लेमन ग्रीन इन और आप इसका मेन एंट्रेंस आपको दिखाते हैं। आप देखिए ये पतली सी गली, आप देखिए ये पतली सी गली है इस होटल का मेन एंट्रेंस। थोड़ा उठाकर दिखाइए संतोष जी कैमरा, लोग खड़े हुए हैं, दरवाजा दिखना चाहिए दर्शकों को किस तरीके से पतली और संकरी गलियों में यहां पर होटल चलाए जा रहे हैं। प्रशासन गहरी नींद में सोया हुआ है और किसी बड़ी घटना का इंतजार रहता है और बड़ी घटना आपके ठीक सामने है। 21 लोगों की जान चली गई महज इसलिए क्योंकि जिस इमारत में नीचे रेस्टोरेंट चलाया जा रहा था, जिस इमारत में नीचे रेस्टोरेंट चल रहा था उसी में ऊपर 22 से ज्यादा कमरे थे और उन कमरों में लोग रह रहे थे और उन कमरों में जो लोग रह रहे थे उनके पास इमरजेंसी में बाहर निकलने का कोई रास्ता नहीं था। और जब रास्ता नहीं था इमरजेंसी में बाहर निकलने का तो अब नतीजा देखिए कि 21 लोगों की जान चली गई है। 30 से ज्यादा लोगों को यहाँ पर रेस्क्यू किया गया है और इनमें से ज्यादातर वो लोग हैं जो पास के अस्पतालों में अपने मरीजों को इलाज कराने आए थे और अटेंडेंट बनकर रह रहे थे। आप देखिए इलाज वो अपने घर वालों को, अपने परिजनों को कराने आए थे, लेकिन आज वो अपनी जान यहाँ पर गंवा चुके हैं। और लगातार यहाँ से ये तस्वीरें हैं वो आप देखिए समझ पाएंगे कि मैं देख पा रहा हूँ वहाँ पर आशीष सूद जी मुझे दिखाई दे रहे हैं दिल्ली सरकार के। मुझे आशीष जी तो देखिए आशीष सूद यहाँ पर पहुंचे, दिल्ली सरकार के मंत्री हैं, हम उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे यहाँ पर। लेकिन देखिए अब दौरा होता रहेगा, बिल्डिंग का दौरा मंत्री जब जरूर कर रहे हैं, लेकिन ये दौरे सब पहले होने चाहिए दर्शकों। ये दौरे इसलिए पहले होने चाहिए कि नियम कानून नॉर्म्स जिनको हम कहते हैं वो नॉर्म्स तय होना बहुत जरूरी है और जब नॉर्म्स तय नहीं होंगे तो दिल्ली में ऐसी घटनाएं नहीं रुक पाएंगी। आप देखिए मंत्री जी अंदर जा रहे हैं, उस शटर को खोलकर उस शटर के अंदर जा रहे हैं। ये तस्वीर आप देखिए, ये फोटो ऑफ है। मंत्री जी हेलमेट पहनेंगे, ये देखिए मंत्री जी ने हेलमेट पहन लिया और अब मंत्री जी अंदर दाखिल हो रहे हैं, उसी शटर से दाखिल हो रहे हैं जिस शटर को काट कर लोगों के शव बाहर निकाले गए। और आप अंदाजा लगाइए किस तरीके से नौटंकी यहाँ पर प्रशासन और सरकार करती है कि अब जब घटना हो गई है तो मंत्री जी को फोटो भी खिंचानी है, मंत्री जी के अखबार पर कटिंग भी आनी चाहिए, लेकिन यही मंत्री जी, यही विधायक जब हमसे सवाल करते हैं तो जवाब नहीं देते बनते कि किस तरीके से ऐसी होटल और ऐसी इमारतें जिनको परमिशन यहाँ पर दी जाती है वो इमारतें खड़ी कर दी जाती हैं, लेकिन उनके पास ना तो कोई फायर सेफ्टी प्लान होता है, ना ही उनके पास एनओसीज होती हैं। रिहायशी इलाकों में जो होटल चलाए जाते हैं और जब होटलों में कोई हादसा हो जाता है तो इसी तरीके से सरकारें और प्रशासन उसे पर्यटन स्थल बना देती हैं। अब देखिए किस तरीके से आशीष सूद यहाँ पर पहुंचे हुए हैं समझने की से कि किस तरीके से हादसा हुआ, क्या क्या कमी यहाँ पर रही। लेकिन कमी रहने के बाद अगर दिल्ली में दोबारा फिर कभी ऐसी घटना होगी तो दोबारा सरकार से सवाल पूछा जाएगा। और लगातार दिल्ली में इस तरह की घटनाएं हो रही हैं। बीते 3 साल में 3 बड़े हादसे मुझे याद है। मुंडका में 2024 में हादसा हुआ था जहां पर 24 लोगों की जान गई थी। पिछले साल हादसा हुआ था जहां पर 11 लोगों की जान गई थी। एक नवजात जब बच्चों को रखे जाने वाले अस्पताल में हादसा हुआ था, वहां पर 7 बच्चों की मौत हो गई थी। आप समझिए दिल्ली में बार बार आग की घटनाएं होना, निर्दोष लोगों का मारा जाना, बेगुनाह लोगों का मारा जाना, वो लोग जो उन होटल्स में रहने आए होते हैं, वो लोग रेस्टोरेंट में आए होते हैं, वहां पर कोई सेफ्टी प्लान, कोई नियम कायदा कानून नहीं होता, उसके चलते वो अपनी जान गंवा देते हैं। आप समझिए कि आपकी जान की कोई कीमत नहीं है और जान की कीमत इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि अगर आप घर से बाहर निकले हैं और किसी होटल में आप रुक रहे हैं तो वो रात आपकी अंतिम हो सकती है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर चौपट राजा वाला खेल है। सरकारें सोई हुई हैं, प्रशासन सोया हुआ है और जब हादसा हो जाता है तो घटना स्थल को पर्यटन स्थल बना देंगे, लेकिन समय रहते कोई निर्णय नहीं लेंगे, समय रहते कोई फैसला नहीं लेंगे। और फैसला इसलिए कि लोगों की जान बच जाएगी। अब मुआवजा दे दिया जाएगा, मुआवजा मिल जाएगा तो सरकार एक तरीके से अपने जिम्मेदारी से पल्ला झाड़ लेगी। फिर एक घटना होगी और फिर मैं आऊंगा और कैमरे पर जिस तरीके चिल्लाऊंगा, आपको खबरें दिखाऊंगा, लेकिन सरकार सबक नहीं लेगी, प्रशासन सबक नहीं लेगा। और ये इसीलिए रिपब्लिक भारत आपके हित में लगातार सवाल करता है दर्शकों कि आप समझिए किस तरीके से एक सरकार, और वो सरकार जिसके अंडर एमसीडी आती है, उसके अंदर तमाम जो व्यवस्थाएं आती हैं, डीडीए उपराज्यपाल महोदय के अंडर में आता है, तो आप देखिए ये सारी व्यवस्थाएं मिलकर दिल्ली को चलाती हैं। और दिल्ली को चलाने के लिए क्योंकि देश की राजधानी है तो कुछ ऐसे नियम कायदे आपको फॉलो करने की जरूरत है। जो विदेशी नागरिक जिनका हम अभी इंटरव्यू कर रहे थे वो बता रहे थे कि किस तरीके से यहाँ पर धज्जियां उड़ाई जा रही हैं नियम कायदे कानूनों की, और धज्जियां इस कदर उड़ाई जा रही हैं कि होटल में खिड़कियां तक नहीं है। अगर 4थी मंजिल पर आग लग जाए तो जो लोग कमरे में बैठे हुए हैं वो खिड़की से या तो सांस लेंगे, हवा बाहर आएगी, अंदर आएगी। आग की लपटें जब अंदर होंगी तो आदमी सांस नहीं ले पाएगा। और यहाँ पर वही हुआ, ये बिल्डिंग हर तरफ से पैक थी, एक ही दरवाजा था नीचे ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर, और उस ग्राउंड फ्लोर से लोग बाहर नहीं आ पाए और इस वजह से ये हादसा यहाँ पर हुआ है। ऐसी जानकारी प्रथम दृष्टया जो चश्मदीद है वो हमें यहाँ पर आगे दे रहे हैं। ऑफिशियल वर्जन पुलिस का, सरकार का, प्रशासन का आएगा, लेकिन आसपास के लोग बता रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर इस वजह से ये हादसा हुआ है क्योंकि एंट्री एग्जिट यहाँ पर नहीं था और निकलने का रास्ता एक होने के चलते ज्यादातर लोग अंदर फंस के रह गए। रुक रहे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के लिए और रिपब्लिक भारत पर लगा।
All right, so these are the visuals of the fire, the inferno, and this has claimed many lives. Now the update is that 21 people have died in this case, and the permissions, the various norms, fire safety norms and the license norms were also flouted in this case, and operated illegal underground rooms also. That's what we're getting from our correspondent. Let's go to Sarthak for all the latest developments in this story. Sarthak, we're getting to know that the death toll has risen. 47 people have been rescued so far and 21 people died. They killed in this hotel blaze.
This is the latest that we are getting. Early reports came in that there were 4 people. Then we got to know that there were nearly 10 people who had died. And now the reports are coming in that 21 people have died due to this fire incident. The fire happened early this morning at around 9:40, 9:45. The Delhi Fire Services was contacted. They reached to the spot, started carrying out the rescue operation. And it is still underway. There is heavy deployment of police personnel at the site. There are fire personnel over there trying to rescue more people and find out how many people have actually died due to this incident. The latest that we are getting, 21 people have died. This area came in and he was trying to comfort the loved ones and trying to console them. However, questions will be raised that why were there security lapses, because the latest report that is coming in that there were some issues with the fire license as well. There are several licenses that are required. NOC is required when you start a restaurant. This restaurant happens to be in a residential area and